show. My name is David. I'll be one of your co-hosts today. FOMO Frank's translator. Oh, me want cookie? Anyways, today is a very volatile day. And, well, what do we do with volatility? We turn it around, spank it on the butt, and make some money with it. Joining me today, to my right, is the main man, Zen Master Jake.
Hey, good morning. Zen Master JP here, waiting on the gong. Bong. Love it. How you doing, guys? I'm ready for a scalp. Ready for a scalp is what I'm ready for today. How are we doing out there in that chat? Hello to the congregation.
We're opening up church early today?
We can. We may need some energy and some faith. We need faith here in BTC. Okay.
Laura, open up church. Church is now open. I call on you, the Sin City congregation. Today is a bloody day, but we walk in the blood of Bitcoin. And we shall take this blood and turn it into water to drink it.
What?
And make money. Thank you.
I
hope I'm not going to hell for this.
Drinking the blood is crazy.
Yeah. No, turn the blood
into water so you can't drink it. But it was originally blood.
Yeah, but the blood is not water.
Yeah, I got you. Not anymore. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's now water. Yeah, I
got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Water is good for you, you know?
Okay.
Making great money is good for you. All right, guys. How are we feeling today, man? Are we feeling good? Are we feeling bearish? I know when you're a trader, you can always feel good, whether the markets are up or down. Bitcoin seeing a big spill off, and look at that. Double yellow X's. Second one just printed. Now, these yellow X's, from my personal experience, typically the first one is your first warning shot, okay? Second one can either be the dumper or the bottom. And then if you get a third one, it usually leans more towards it's closer to a bottom than another big dump. But on the 1 hour time frame, we have broken below the 200-day moving average, and we are looking to reclaim it right now, which where the 200 is, we're on the 1 hour, by the way. There is a high volume node here sitting right around that 200 at 60. Wait. Yeah, at around 61,689. 61,689. So, does Bitcoin get rejected? Does Bitcoin push through the 200 and attempt to reclaim the 21, which there's another, the POC is there on the volume on the 1 hour time frame. My bet, my inkling, look at all these multiple kind of differentiating signals here. You got double green dot, then a red dot, then double green dot, then a red dot, then another double green dot. This is a tough one, man. With the trend being bearish on the day, obviously coming off a high, and yesterday JP and I both were talking about this head and shoulders playing out on the 1 hour, right? And look at how that perfectly played out. Let's measure the. Let's see if it's got its entire measured move. Not quite yet. 61,168 would be the entirety of the measured move, but from my experience, I don't want to say rarely, but usually you don't see it take the entirety of its move. Sometimes it goes further. Sometimes it kind of falls short. This one, if this is in fact a bottom, it did fall short. Do we have any bull div on the 1 hour time frame? Not that I'm seeing on the RSI. I guess a little bit on the Stokes here. With a double green dot, is it time to long and bet on Bitcoin reclaiming its 200 MA on the 1 hour time frame? Let's go to the 30-minute. More of those yellow X's on the 30-minute. On the 30-minute, we are trading below our 21 MA, so bearish cross there right around 12:30 this morning, Pacific Standard Time. And Bitcoin after that, Bitcoin had that massive spill off from around 62, we'll call it 62,000 down to a local low of around 61,489. Again, we'd have a little bit of bull div on the Stokes. And actually on the 30-minute, we have a little bull div on Market Cipher as well. And so the 1 hour is giving us double green dots with some bull div on the Stokes. 30 minutes giving us a green dot with bull div on the RSI, not on the RSI, excuse me, on Market Cipher B with another yellow X. And this level, the claim is $62,122. And then the lower time frames here, we have multiple blood diamonds, but we're starting to see, again, those green dots, VWAP cross into positive territory. Now, if you follow JP's train of thought here, VWAP crosses above, money flow in the red. We should be putting in a lower high, which would mean we're about to get rejected at $62,000. And then I want to take a look at the 5-minute, and then I'll send it over to JP for more of a top-down analysis. 5-minute reclaimed at 21, but he's getting rejected at the 50. They just get that pattern reverse or directional reversal that kind of went away, but you saw it here. We saw another push up, and then Bitcoin ultimately fell. So the 50 and 100 right now seem like the areas that Bitcoin is having trouble getting through on the 5-minute time frame. Bull div on the RSI printed here. As you can see here, here's a lower low, but RSI made a higher low. That is pretty clear bullish divergence. So with that being said, are we prepared to long? Someone in the chat said yesterday, they said, catch falling knives, not whatever the other part they said. I forget what they said. But I don't know. It's hard not to be bearish with the price action. But I feel like, and I've only looked at the 1 hour and down. I haven't looked at anything above the 1 hour. But I'm curious to see what the higher time frames look like and where your kind of daily directional bias is coming to the show. Is that a master thing?
All right, let's do it. Let's give you some contextual bias here. Let's go to the high time frames, the high time frames. And also, good morning, good afternoon, good night if it's that time of the day for you, or, so shout out to all the community who's here. Hello. Are you in the money last night? Anybody in the money from the short? And when I left you guys, we opened the short. We opened the short. You should be in the money. Give me dollar signs. Give me amens, baby. Come on. We had the direction right. Even though there was a chance Bitcoin could have went parabolic and short squeezed, I was ready for that. But there was a dump. Okay, there was a dump. I've closed out my trades. I made some money on a dump last night. And then I put in a short on the copy trading account last night. So I made some money for anybody that's in the copy trading
yeah,
group.
Let's go.
That's right. And
I'm in the copy. I am in the copy.
Yeah, you're in the copy trading group. Yeah, you made money then last night.
I did.
Man. You made money, okay? So the good thing about the copy trading account, is a challenge. Building a small account over time. Woo!
My boy making it rain on us over here, bro.
For my, too sexy. I'm kidding. Anyway, the idea of the copy account is a challenge, is a trading challenge. How can we grow a $500 account?
Y'all are trying to get us clapped.
Chill out, bro. Someone sounds jealous over there.
I am.
Aren't you in the copy trading?
Oh, yeah.
There you go. So why are you jealous, bro? Why are you putting that omen on me, dog?
Oh, it wasn't the copy trading.
Oh.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, put in a trade in a copy account last night, and the copy account is looking good now. I lost like a small trade, like a few small trades first, and now some winning trades. Only have like a 40% win rate right there on the copy account, but the P&L is actually up overall. It's over the $500 amount. So that's just more proof. We talked about it yesterday that you don't even need, like a 100% win rate, 90, 80, 70. Hell, you could use a 30% win rate. You could be profitable with correct risk management. So as of right now, the copy trade account is in the positive, for everyone involved there. With just a 40% win rate with good risk management. Incredible. So we'll keep that going. The whole point of that is to grow that account and see what we could turn $500 to. So more details on that. Join the Discord. Get them the Discord if you need more questions. If you have questions, about the copy trading account. All right, let's get to the top-down analysis now. Top-down analysis for BTC. Monthly time frame, once again, at support. Not too much of a change here. We have a green candle. 23 days left in the monthly. A lot can happen, okay? This could turn very bearish or bullish. Weekly time frame. We're below that important line again, guys. The 200 MA on the weekly. I've been talking about it. That's the area where I was looking to enter the short, okay? So, lines have been crossed here. Lines in the sand have been crossed here, all right? So just be aware that's very bearish. That's exactly what I was expecting to happen. I was just expecting it to happen sooner. Right, it happened, later. So things may not always happen at the timing you expect. So make sure you are patient. But low Stokes, red money flow, still on the weekly time frame. I don't know. It's kind of due for a green dot, but the way BTC is looking like it wants to do the death drop, it won't get that green dot. if it does the death drop. Let's go to the daily time frame. The daily, look, officially rolling over. It was overbought. That first red candle we got yesterday was a clue. You know, we covered the daily candle close. It was the first one out of 6 candles to the upside. Looks like it's rolling over. We got a bearish engulfing candle. That is the short signal. I'm very surprised we don't have a red dot on market cipher B right now on the daily.
Do we try to front run the red dot?
You could, but just, you know, just be aware it could come later. It could come later, and it'll come probably too late. You know, it'll come when, you know, it's not a good entry anymore. So, yeah, rolling over on the daily, guys. This is still a bearish trend. In fact, okay, my super trend is there. Beautiful. So I've re-added my super trend to my trading view, and you can see here, what's the trend? You know, we joke around a lot. What's the trend? What's the trend? Everyone says the trend is your friend. The trend is your friend. Well, what's the trend?
I don't have friends, man.
What is the trend? The trend is down, man, according to the super trend on the daily time frame, okay? We have not made a new high here. We've gotten rejected exactly at resistance, you know, exactly where we would expect to get rejected at. The bear trend is still strong to the downside. The daily looks bearish at this moment, all right, below the PLC. Let's go to the 4-hour. And there's an interesting difference between the 4-hour and the 5-hour right now. And I would like to point it out. Here's the 4-hour time frame. You know, it looked like it was coming up and curving, right? That's a rounded top, guys. Rounded tops, pay the bills. If you short it, don't be scared, man. How do you not short that, right? Shoulder, head, right shoulder as part of a rounded top after a big run. How do you not short? You kind of have to short it.
Yeah, yeah.
To me, as a trader, like if you don't short that, I mean, you're basically letting your narrative or whatever you think is going to happen cloud your judgment. Amen.
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 Amen in the congregation.
Amen in the sense in the congregation. But yeah, but interesting. Like, it got rejected from the 200 MA, and my line in the sand was really this white line. Losing that white line was like, you know, shorts activated for me. Now, I have some friends that said the yellow line, shorts activated for them. Well, point is, shorts are activated. Shorts are activated. But at this point, we have to be honest. At this point, this may be a good take profit, you know, halfway through the route, you know, or just, you know, a bit of a pit stop, yeah. TP, right?
The train station, bro. Okay.
People are taking profit here.
I mean, they should, right?
Yeah, pay yourself. Pay the trader.
I mean, look at that perfect bounce on the super trend. Twice. Once on a wick, once on a close.
Exactly. And what was his measure move? Was that exactly there? Like, if you were just playing the head and shoulder, I'm just curious. Close enough. Not all the way, but about to the 50, right? Close enough. You know, so people who just played the head and shoulder may be taking profit here. And you pointed out the super trend. We bounced off the super trend. So put it like this, guys. It still looks bearish overall. Contextually, the daily is still bearish to me. I'll be looking for bigger shorts, like swing shorts, and potentially scalp longs. That's right, scalp longs right now, because we're at this level of support right here. And after a big move down, I may be looking for scalp longs here. Scalp longs and eventually more swing shorts. Maybe once we get right up here for another swing short, 200 MA on the 4-hour. Hell, maybe if we get all the way back up here, looking for swing shorts and scalp longs right now, based on the context, is what I'm seeing. But also, I want to point out the difference between the 4-hour and the 5-hour. All right, this is the 4-hour. Here's the 5-hour. Can you see the difference? There's actually a big difference right now. The 5-hour got rejected strongly, exactly at the 200 MA. Isn't that interesting? So even though they're so similar of a time frame, just, you know, going one more hour up on the time frame really puts it into perspective. It makes sense why we got rejected there. Money flow, you know, coming out, momentum coming out, red dot. But, you know, if the 4-hour is my alignment time frame, look, we're just about reset on the Stokes. Still in free fall, a bit of a falling knife, right, on the momentum there. Yeah, who said it? Yeah, learn how to catch falling knives or something like that, right?
Yeah, something like that. Shout out to that person in the
I gotta say, there may be an art to catching falling knives, you know, waiting until the momentum dissipates, you know. I don't know. There may be something to it, waiting for those divergences, you know, anticipating price, right? Not chasing price seems to be this market. So if I'm anticipating price, it seems like we may get a lackluster bounce from where we are now. Like, what are the odds we just go straight down? We'll see. I'll draw the ranges. What are the dealing ranges? But let's go to some other time frames. Here's the 30, and there you go. Bullish divergence on that stochastics. Very flat on the regular RSI, though. Very flat. But hold on, is it there? I think it is there slightly. See, I made this white yesterday. Now it's purple. TraderView, you're pissing me off. Okay, you're pissing me off. I'll be saving it and trying to upload it and trying to do it on different computers. It's really annoying. Okay, I need my layouts to be the same. All right. Anyway, that might be the bull div I need for my trade right there. You know, I've been liking buying fallen channels. I like buying fallen channels. Break down, trend down to break up. Look at the very bottom of our local range. So yes, I'm looking for a scalp long right now. I know the daily's bearish, and I'm looking to short that too, but not right now. Once we get up a little higher again, but right now I think I'm gonna scalp that. Tell me why I shouldn't scalp that, Dave, to the top side.
The only thing I'd say is maybe, you know, wait for. I mean, what do we have? The 9 and the 21 right there. You're on the 30-minute time frame.
It's a 30-minute time frame, yeah. So what do we have? Look, we have some bearish crosses. What are you going to say with the 9?
I'm going to say, I mean, you asked like, why shouldn't I?
Yeah, why shouldn't I try to scalp this to the upside right now?
Maybe because we're still below the 9 and the 21 MA. Maybe, you know, and I'm just playing devil's advocate.
No confirmed bounce.
No confirmed bounce. Yes, we have div. You've been doing pretty good with you know, directionally with where divergences show up.
Mm-hmm.
So. But, you know, you look at that right now, I mean, we're reclaiming the 9 as we speak, but you have a pretty big area there. Your 21 MA is right there with your volume POC. So one can argue, well, I want to see a confirmed bounce. I want to see that area reclaimed, which looks like it's right around 62.1, and then wait for a bounce. But I mean, if you keep going lower, you know, you were looking for bull div on your RSI. I mean, it's pretty clear on the 15-minute time frame. And then when you go to the 5, the 21's been reclaimed on the 5. So the lower time frames are starting to reclaim some of those moving averages. So then do you go back to the higher time frames and say, well, there's going to be continuation, and just kind of make an educated. I don't like saying bet. But make an educated guess as to, is this going to reclaim it or not? And so, in my opinion, that's how you get good entries. You take a little bit of risk, but it's calculated risk. And, you know, if it's close enough to where you can get a good R&R to your stop loss, then yeah, I mean, but I'm kind of in your camp, man. I look at the daily, and I really, what Alex O brought up yesterday really stuck with me, man. You know, front run the dots with VWAP. And so if we're taking that into account here, VWAP is about to get into negative territory here, okay?
I actually got up early enough this morning to watch Alex O, and he was predicting a bounce here.
He was?
That makes sense.
Yeah. And so, but on the daily though, you know, if you were to try to front run this red dot, it would be now. Okay, it would be now. A little risky because we're right at the 21. Very important moving average. You can see how it was acting as resistance. Once, twice, and then support on the way down, and we're there now. So a little bit more risky shorting on the daily. You would, in my opinion, if you were to short the daily, I would, you know, I personally would have to have my stop loss around 67.4, so it would be more of a macro short. And so again, which is why I said I'm kind of aligned with what JP said, is looking for swinging shorts but scalping longs.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but yeah, for me, the lower time frames, I'm looking for longs.
Yeah, sounds good. Let me just look at one time frame real quick. Yeah, looks good to me. Let's do it, man. Call a trade alert, please.
Yeah.
Call a trade alert.
Attention, trade inbound. Attention, trade alert.
All right, guys. I'm taking a scalp long here on BTC. Why am I doing that? Based on the 30-minute dealing range, I drew a box here for BTC. Do you see the box? That is the range we're in. We're near the value area low. We have a bullish divergence. Can we get a small move up to the middle of the range, or maybe even to the top of the range? We'll see. I'm going to just go ahead and enter the trade right now. Just bear with me, and all my indicators are gone. I created some sub accounts here because I want a scalp account, I want a meso account, and I want a freaking macro account. I'm tired of closing my trades out early. Okay, this is my scalper account now. I just loaded it up with just $1,000. Okay, and you can track the progress of this one too. I'm going to go ahead and put in a trade. This is the 4-hour time frame. I wrote down the numbers here. Let me give you the numbers. Stop loss is 61,459. That's below the 4-hour low. That's right. I'm scaling it as a 4-hour trade, but treating it as a scalp. Profits quick. 61,459 for the stop loss, and the TP will be 64,304. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and see what the risk reward looks like. $20 for $100. I like it. How much? $35. 40. Okay, I like it. $50 for $300. Not too bad. That sounds about right. All right, let's get into the trade here. Open long. All right, I'm now in the trade, and let me bring you back to TradingView and show you how it looks. It looks better on TradingView here as I have all my indicators. We have bounced on, this is the 4-hour time frame. We have bounced from the super trend. See the green line down here? That is the super trend. The Stokes are low, RSI are low enough. Green money flow still telling me the trend is still up. If the trend is my friend, the trend is up on the 4-hour time frame, and this is a big dump. And, opportunity, a dump equals opportunity for a long, a pump is an opportunity for a short. So this is just a scalp. Don't get it twisted and think I'm saying that this is going to all-time highs and, we're not going any lower. This is just, I would say a higher risk scalp based on the range, right? The dealing range that we're in. And we'll see what happens. We'll go to the small time frame, see if we're claiming levels here. And if we are, gonna do a mini trend reversal. God King, how's the casino looking, man? Tell me we're in the demand zone, not the supply zone. Where are we?
We're leaving the demand zone.
Beautiful. That's what I look for longs. Beautiful.
We've gone from negative 93 to negative 4 on the demand side of things. We're about to cross that zero line right now.
All right. Beautiful. I love it. Yeah. So generally, guys, in context of the casino, I love to long out of the demand zone. When we're in that demand zone, I'm looking for longs. When we're in the supply zone, the top side, I'm looking for shorts. Okay, this is giving you a little dealing range right here. Okay, long the bottom, short the top. It's just a scalper's game. Okay, scalper's paradise here. So we'll see what happens. Pull to the upside. We got 44 trades per minute right now, 44. Green dot. Oh, sorry, not green dot. 1 minute through the 30, all red. The trend, and then we got the 1 hour and 2 hour green somehow. Did you notice last night that the casino had the trades per minute covered up again?
Yes. Yeah, it was
How
completely
weird
grayed
is that,
out.
right?
Yeah.
I don't want to speculate, man. I don't want to, accuse anybody of anything. But what the hell is that?
Yeah, like why would that happen?
And why would that be the night that they dump it hard too? Right? Doesn't that seem a little weird? Right? Hide the volume right before you you dump it.
What are you trying to say, bro? What are you trying to say?
I don't know, man.
Market manipulation?
Put the tinfoil hat away. Put it away.
I brought a whole roll of tinfoil just to make hats.
All right. Somebody said something about the 30 to the 1 hour looks like a big bear flag. Is that true? I don't think so. I think you're wrong about that. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. I'm going to the 30 minute right now. That's not a bear flag, my friend. That is trending down. A bear flag's trend up. All right. That is trending down to break up. That is trending down with bull div. And that's what I love to long. That is not a bear flag. A bear flag would be trending up. It would be doing something like this. Up, 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 hit resistance and dump. That would be a bear flag. Could it make a bear flag? Absolutely. Maybe I'm long in the bottom of the bear flag, which I can still make money.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a bigger bear flag. A bear clap. Maybe there's a bigger bear clap to come. I don't know. But I don't know. I'm taking my chances, man. Divergences have been paying the bills. Okay, so I'm taking the divergence and I'm standing on it. Okay, I'm gonna die on this hill.
Lab is almost under $1.
Why do you bring up Lab? Vito, no, I'm kidding. Okay,
That shit got wrecked.
It's taking an FTX.
Yeah. Do I even want to look at that?
For amusement's sake, not for trading.
Yeah. I'm so sick of Lab, Sin, Dexy. I'm sick of it all, man.
River.
Yeah, River. Vito.
Siren.
Oh, you're sick of Dexy, bro. We made money on that yesterday. We called that perfectly.
I can't do it, man.
Look at this shit.
What the hell is
this?
Lab?
Was Dexy was I think I want to say the perfect entry. even if, our stop loss was here, even if you stayed in the trade and didn't take profit, your TP would have hit at around $30. And so it broke out, it kind of consolidated, chopped down, right? Had this, how long was this? This was around half a day of consolidation and then a big move up, but it never got down to our stop loss level. And I was actually looking at the chart, and it looks like it's doing something similar here, man. Look at this. Does this look familiar to you?
Lane still pennant. Yeah, that was in Dex. Yeah. I remember that on Dexy. Yeah, that was yesterday.
No, this is right now.
Today it's like literally
That's
the same.
right now.
Same thing as yesterday. Exact same. Crazy work.
So the only thing is, well, I mean, if you want to draw like that, you can. It's not as symmetrical, but if you go from here, come in bullishly, you kind of consolidate sideways. And then when you look at the RSI on the 4 hour, where'd it go? Oh, it's tailing up on the 4 hour, and then on the 1 hour, where is it on the 1 hour? 1 hour, it's tailing down. It's at around 64.15 on the 1 hour. So, not trying to front run anything here, but this looks like it wants to break down right now.
Ooh.
So maybe it'll be another opportunity for a trade. I was looking at Velvet for a potential trade here on Velvet. This one has something similar, but this one came in bearishly.
Yeah, that's a bear pennant.
Oh, I got this long. So this one I'd be looking to short, and this move would be, this will bring it all the way down to 29.5 cents. And so let me get the correct one. Nope, that's long. So if we get in on a bearish retest and, we put our stop there, we take it to the measured move. Oh, that's a little less than a 3-to-1 trade setup. But something I'm keeping my eye on this one, and I'm keeping my eye on Dexy for another potential trade. But I want to wait for this thing to break, and so maybe on a bearish retest, or maybe it just continues its pattern up.
Yeah.
Go to the 1 hour. This thing is in an uptrend. Does this look familiar to what we saw yesterday? You're consolidating up, and then you break up, right? So bottom end of the range is sitting right around 28.29. And so if I were to get into if this thing were to break down, that's kind of the level I'd be eyeing for a potential, let me just grab this real quick, for potential TP. Let's say if you get that rotation to the top end of the range, that would be a 4.5-to-1 trade, man, or a 3.76-to-1 trade, just rotating to the bottom end of the range. This would be a quick scalp. But I want to see what the 5-minute does. If the 5-minute breaks, I think it's a trade that's potentially worthy of doing a trade alert for. But as of now, kind of sitting and waiting on this one. And then same thing with Velvet. 15 Velvet though on the 15-minute, coming off a fresh green dot. Stokes going up. So we may get a rotation to the top of the range on Velvet, which would give you an even better entry and an even better R&R, right? We did get in at the top end rotation. We put our stop above the 200 MA. And if you took the entirety of the measured move, that's almost a 9-to-1 short setup on Velvet. So potential couple of big trades here. One on Velvet, one on Dexy. Nothing confirmed yet. But
I'm liking Jito.
JTO.
Yeah.
Let's look at JTO.
For a long.
Any specific time frame?
I was doing the 4 hour because it aligns with the RSI heat map, but
ooh, this looks like a potential Morningstar pattern here. I mean, Solana has been running, right? And look how important that 200 MA was on the 4 hour. Right? Bounce, bounce, consolidation, bounce, bounce, consolidation, right? Almost there on a wick, and then we lost it. We haven't back tested it. So, I mean, is there enough room to make money here if we got into a long? No, so you got in right around now. I'd want to take profit at the 200. Stop below the wick. It's about a 1.5-to-1 trade.
On the 4-hour RSI heat map, it's coming out of the oversold with a tail. So my TP's rotating to the top of the pattern.
Up here?
Yeah.
So 7-1?
Yeah.
I mean, it does have a pretty big, if it can get above 6,448, it's got a big volume gap until we get to the POC pretty much at around 75 cents.
Yeah.
So,
and then I'd be looking to take profit or side my stop loss up once it gets closer to the POC.
Somewhere around here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would give you a 3-to-1 trade. That's pretty good. I mean, it would mean that if they reclaim its 200 on the 4-hour, which you could very well do. That's interesting. Okay, so I'll throw that on my radar as well. Anyway, Shapey.
All right, BTC struggling on the 1 minute and had a nice little Sammy special. Touching the 21 above the 200. But we had some heavy bear div as well on the stochastics on that move up for the Sammy special. Since has lost it now, lost the 200 on the 1 minute time frame. BTC coming down now and flat on the RSI. But, you know, kind of slow dumping here at very local support. We'll see what happens with BTC, but looking a bit bearish here on the 1 minute time frame. And that is a bear flag. That is a bear flag on the 1 minute, not on the 30, on the 1 minute for sure. The 30 looks more like, you know, just like trend down, steep trend down with heavy bull div, right? Heavy bull div, but no reaction from the divergence yet. No reaction. It's still a falling knife, the art of buying a falling knife, right? At the bottom of a local range. We'll see what happens with BTC. Just watching it on those small time frames.
About to retest this 21 MA on the 5 minute.
Okay.
So we'll see if that holds. That's at 61,730.
Yeah, I see that. Interesting. Yeah, but still strong downtrend. Red dot, high Stokes on the 5 minute. That's a bit of a sell signal on the 5 minute, I gotta admit. You know, if you're 5 minute scalping, that does look like a sell signal. You know, I was looking at the 30-minute time frame. It looked like this thing could get a bounce, and it still could, and it may even create more divergence. All it needs to do, even if it puts in the lower low, it could put in the lower low quickly, right? Very quickly, while putting in the higher low on the market cipher B and on your RSIs, and then you break this downtrend right there. So we'll see. We'll see what's stronger or what happens first, the 30 or the 1 minute. Usually those small time frames, everything happens first. And then the 30 minute and everything else kicks in. So BTC in a downtrend at, you know, a first stop of resistance or support, I should say. First stop of support and potential take profits for some shorts. We'll see. We will see. I'm also looking at Solana. Just randomly look at Solana. Remove some drawings here. Solana, yeah, got a big push down in that daily, but I mean, how obvious was that? How obvious was that with the devil horns there, with the red dot, with the high Stokes, like everything was there. But you could say so was it right here, double top. You know, everything looked like it was going to be a dump there, and the shorts got destroyed. Sent it up. Now Solana is at that, you know, major resistance and coming down. Let's look at it on the 4-hour time frame. Solana. Everything reset on the 4-hour, but you don't have much support. And it doesn't look like a likely fib bounce area. Let's pull out the fib. Get a move. Okay, looks like we just passed about the 618 from this level. I mean, you could bring it even lower. You could take it all the way from there. What is the fib level? We could come all the way down to 71. That would be a 618 from the entire move there. But I think I like the idea of doing it from here. Okay, that makes sense to me. Why does it make sense? Because that is the breakout. That is the breakout into the 4-hour 200 MA, north of the 200 MA, and bullish territory. Could be a 618 right here if you measure it from there. So we'll see what happens with Solana. Does it bounce? If there is any bounce, Solana will be one of the first ones to go crazy. I could pretty much say that with certainty. You know, Solana loves to run once things get bullish. Here's the 30-minute time frame. Incredibly strong bullish divergence on Solana. And look at the VWAP pushing up heavy. that gives that green dot, right? That's what Alex O says, that VWAP gives you, that VWAP cross give you that green dot, pushing the demand and the RSI up. Is this the reaction from the bull div, or is this just, a small reaction, just bringing it to resistance for the continued dump? No one knows.
Someone said Trump is speaking?
Venice looks good.
I don't know. Anybody here think about? I saw somebody say something about that.
Venice or Trump?
The confusion. Trump.
Yeah.
And I see something about FOMC today. What's going on with FOMC? There's a meeting today.
FOMC minutes.
Yeah, minutes.
It's just minutes?
They're just having a talking. It's not very important.
It's
Anybody getting on the microphone?
No. It's just what it's
Okay.
essentially a transcript of what they discussed in the last meeting.
Gotcha.
Which people, you talk about the auto clappers and the high frequency buttons, they sift through those, and, depending on what the tone is, if it's hawkish or bearish or hawkish or dovish, they will, they'll act on it. And so that's coming out. Something I don't normally read it, but I'll read like the cliff notes of it. I was looking at whether Trump was talking or not. There's a lot of back and forth. There was a NATO meeting. He referred to Japan as the Islamic Republic of Japan. I don't know if that was
Islam.
Yeah, I don't know if he slipped on the word there or if he meant to say it. But now it's like, hey, there's no more ceasefire with Iran, yada, yada, yada. So
how much money is that? What is that super chat, man?
I think that's $50.
It's like, but it's pink though. That's more than just normal. It says 1,000 rubles or whatever. Is that the Indian money?
Yeah, pink is 50. I believe
it's $50.
40 to $50. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
That I feel a lot of resentment from one particular member, so I've left the Discord. We'll continue to watch you guys and hope your show gets.
Let us know. Let's talk to us. What happened? We like to create a safe space for everybody to
enjoy themselves.
Yeah, enjoy themselves. Share TA. Let us know if anybody's in there, abusing that space. Let us know for sure.
Yeah, man. Send me an email, man.
Yeah.
David at sincitycrypto.io. Here, I'll put it in the chat. Send me an email, man, and because I know Javier, you
Jake Clapton.
You're one of our ardent supporters, and so we want to make sure that you're being.
Is that Javier, the Jake Clapton?
Yeah, he changed his name for you.
I love that. That's so much better, Jake Clapton. You go nowhere, man. You stay in that Discord. You just tell us what's going on, man. Okay, tell the Zen Daddy what's wrong. All right.
Yeah, send me an email, man, and we'll handle it for you, bro. We'll take care of it for you.
Man, let's show love, man. Keep it positive, everybody. Keep it positive in the chat. Keep it positive in the Discord, okay? Love, love, love. Love heals all. Hit the organs, baby. Come on. Love heals all. Love thy neighbor, all right? Love everyone in the congregation here. We all work together and build each other up. Amen?
Amen.
Build each other up, not break each other down. All right. I was going to say, how risky does one need to be to long Solana here? On the 30-minute time frame.
First name has to start with a J.
How risky does one need to be? Because to me, that's heavy bull div and is not a bear flag on the 30-minute for Solana. I don't know if I'm risky enough, but it could make a move. BTC seeing a small move. It could just be to the 21. Don't
give me the numbers.
Don't get excited here.
What is like swap over to Heikenhashi candles on this?
Heikenhashi. All right, cool. All right, where is it? Way down here. There you go. Heikenhashi.
If that candle closes, that's your entry for a long.
Damn. So you like that? You like that on the Heikenhashi? Okay.
I mean, it's interesting though. It went from, usually it goes like, if it's in a solid red downtrend, it'll start showing the wicks, and then the bodies get smaller, and then the trend reversal or continuation. This one went from solid to solid.
Interesting. And look at that serious downturn. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's just not where I look for a short. Just immediate. That was a lot of short action. That's a take profit to me. For a trader. For a scalping trader, that's a take profit on a short. Take profit on a short is often a good entry for a long. Not all the time. Not all the time. This could be a clapper. All right. But I don't know. That makes me want to long Solana. I'm not doing it, but it makes me want to. Laura, make it Zen. All right. Make it Zen, make it Zen, make it Zen. Amen. All right. I do not want to FOMO into anything. I do not want to get too ahead of myself. We are not bullish, my friends. We are not bullish at all. Okay. Do not become a bull monk. Stay a monk. All right. And go ahead and scalp the market, scalp it to the upside, but be ready for the bigger short. Okay. The bigger swing short, and just, keep it calm. You've been calm today, Zen Master. You're doing good. And if you're listening out there, this is for you as well. Okay. Breathe in relaxation, breathe in calmness. Okay. You got this. You got this. We are focused. We have strategies, and we're sticking to the strategies, and we will not do anything impulsive or get too ahead of ourselves and tell us that this is very bullish. It's not bullish, but it could be just enough, room to make money on the long. Amen. Amen. To the congregation. All right, cool.
A congressional amen.
All right.
I'm looking at Venice on the 1 minute. I think we're about to put in if I'm forecasting what I think is going to happen, I think we're going to put in a head and shoulders here on the 1 minute. Boop, boop, boop. We have to put in a lower high. But I'm starting to see momentum wane here at least on Market Cipher. You see those peaks are getting shorter and shorter, right? This is your momentum to the upside. And let's take a look at this RSI. Yeah, you got some bear div on the Stokes there as well. On the RSI. We did make a higher high here, and so we'll see. But Venice, someone said Venice is breaking out. Look at that 1 hour on Venice. We have a bullish engulfing candle here on Venice. VWAP starting to expand to the upside, but we're starting to get RSI the Stokes are starting to clip over here. So very interesting.
Can you pull up the 4 hour?
Yeah.
My chart doesn't show the 4 hour, so I like the green dot and the low Stokes.
Here, yeah,
Venice has been in a downtrend for a minute.
Yeah,
and Venice is a solid project, man. So this thing is going to get a bounce. But
it's a flag. It's a flag. At some point, it'll be ready. Is it ready, Dave? Is it ready? Tell us.
I'm smelling it's ready
for a long.
Smell the bacon. Okay,
I already took it.
I want to see what a short would look like. Let me measure. Let me do some measurements here.
V. What's up, community? I love you. Jay Clapton, I love you. You're still there. And shout out to Clapton Profits. Shout out to everybody putting Clap in their names and Zen in their names. Really repping for the community. I love that. Sniper Paul, you need one of those in your name, man. Come on. What you want to put in there?
Sniper who?
Zen Sniper Paul, maybe? Sniper Paul. I need more people with Zen in their names. Who's going to be the next one? Come on, let's turn this into a cult.
Clapton Profit. That's a good one.
The ALGO? Easy on the ALGO. Okay, easy on the ALGO. Oh, man.
I don't know if I got the balls to short Venice. Yeah.
That's because it's time to buy. It's basically half off right now. It was up to $22 and now it's sitting at 10 and you're being afraid to buy.
Well, I have a big spot position.
Yeah, I understand that. But we're futures like trading it.
What time frame is that?
It's a 1 minute.
Oh. It's cooking, but it's kind of giving that kind of like rounded top a little bit, like BTC was giving them a 4 hour. No, like kind of.
That's kind of what I was saying, and you look at
the bear div too.
Well, look at the momentum on Market Cipher, man. Each high we're putting in lower highs, so
heavy bear div.
And if this does play out, this is going to be a head and shoulders here on the 1 minute. But you're essentially going against a trend here. You're calling a top. So is David ballsy enough to call the top? Here's a 5 minutes.
Ooh, red dot.
Who has the courage? And then what happens if BTC rips? Does Venice normally rip or does it dump? Like, how does it? Was this one of the bastard children?
Yeah, Venice doesn't really correlate with BTC so much. I mean, of course, if Bitcoin goes to 100K, I'm sure Venice isn't going to be too far behind.
Yeah.
But
let me take a look at that. I think Venice was in that like macro uptrend is what I remember. Let me see. V. Like on a daily.
All right, man. I'm gonna do it. Call it trade alert. I'm gonna grab I got my jewels in my hand and
trade inbound.
I'm ready to make a short here. I'm calling a short on Venice.
Trade alert.
It's gonna be a very tight. It's going to be a very tight stop loss. $1.
Sorry.
It's going to be a very tight stop loss. And so here are going to be the numbers. Let's go ahead and pull up Venice.
Give me the numbers.
VVV. 1 minute. Or no, it was a 5 minute. We're going to go entry last. Let's see.
Shout out to Nail Clapper out there.
We're going to put our stop loss at right there. And our TP is going to be down here at the 21 converging with the 50 at 10.641. So 10.641. Let's see what the R should be more than a 3-to-1 R&R. Damn. $15 to make 200.
Damn.
Holy shit. Oh, it's worse now.
Ooh. Good point. Now, when we get to it, somebody in the chat told me look at the tether dominance chart, possible rejection on a 4-hour, and I do see it. Is that potentially bullish for BTC? Take a look. We're at resistance on a 4-hour for tether dominance with red money flow. That's a bear flag. And it had heavy bull div though. Bull div broke it out at resistance now. This can go either way. I mean, that is strong bull div rounded bottom.
All right, we're in the trade. Sorry.
All right, bring it up.
We're in the trade. The entry would be now the stop loss would be 10.928. If you wanna have, if you want to play it a little safer and give yourself a little more room to run, maybe drag your stop up to 10.9, and then start taking partial profit. And there we go, man. Let's go dump that shit.
Yes.
10.9, yeah, 10.9. There we go. I'm gonna keep it where it's at, 10.917. This looks like a little bit of a tweezer top here. We're starting to see a lot of wicks to the upside. Momentum's waning. You see that big red candle there. I expect this to be a pretty quick one, man. We're risking $46 to make 160. We could take it down to the super trend, right, and give ourselves 180. But I'm not gonna sit there and lose a trade over $20. But there it is, a Venice short, and so yeah. So right now in 2 trades, follow JP on the Bitcoin long, and then Venice short. So we're multi-directional on the trades here. So short on Venice, long on Bitcoin.
Love it.
Yeah, you love it?
Oh, not really, but yeah, I love the fact that you're in 2 trades. All right, we got the NASDAQ getting a small push here. I'm not saying it's doing anything crazy, but small push in a 5-minute time frame. NASDAQ was a bit choppy today. Yeah, big dump earlier. And look at those divergences. Divergences gave it a big push up. Hit resistance, dumped again, lower high, and now pushing towards the resistance once more. Is the NASDAQ ready to get bullish? Also, look at gold. Gold is making moves. Look at the 1 minute breaking out. Is there a potential Sammy special coming with the retracement? Maybe an entry. We'll keep an eye on gold. Not going to jump into it. And how about silver? Look, similar situation. I'm looking at silver.
Oh, wow. You're looking at silver.
I'm looking at silver, man. So look, silver breaking out right now. Gold breaking out. I'm not going to chase. Okay, come here, Frank. Come here, Frank. All right.
Take care of my son, man.
I'm not going to FOMO in, but maybe there's an opportunity once price comes in contact with the 21, the white line here. Maybe that's the entry for a long. Oh, keep an eye on that. And let's finally look at oil. Check out oil taking a splash, taking a spill, 5-minute time frame. Yeah, yep.
Did somebody say oil spill?
Yes. BP oil spill. But be careful. This is still a bullish trend, man. Look at that trend right there on the 5-minute for oil. Big bull trend, could just be a retracement, maybe even the entry for a continued move up for oil. You said this thing made a big move. Look at that. Apparently I was trading oil yesterday, right? I called the freaking.
I was like, hey, the oil trade, man. Did you take
I called the bottom down here, I guess.
An oil trade. I'm like, what?
I forget what trade. I've traded so much now, man. Like I'm in and out of oil. But I think this was my original TP, right? If you run back the tapes.
$76, yeah. Man.
Run back the tapes. I called, I guess, a long down here somewhere, right? It must have been. Yeah. I called the long for oil, and there
the end of the
you
show,
go.
It just ran.
Does anybody Did anybody make money on oil? Let's get some dollar signs. Let's get some money dropped. Laura, somebody made money. I made money.
I made money.
I made over $100 bucks. I mean,
money.
somebody could have made 600. How much? Well, don't tell me how much you made, but who made money? Who made money in the chat? Talk to me. We got calls on calls. I got to tell you, these divergence calls are the most accurate calls, man. You know, I'm becoming a sniper at buying these bottoms, you know, catching these knives, you know, using my Zen quantum theory to slow down time and grab the knife from the handle, okay? Kind of like the Matrix, you know, a Zen Matrix, you know, slow everything down.
Zentrix.
The Zentrix, I love it. And where the Zen Army at, man? They said we got a Zen Army in the chat. Where's the Army? I need the Army. I need the Navy, okay?
Just not Iran's Navy because it's in the bottom of the ocean. They have no Navy left. It's gone.
I need a Zen Army, man, so we could clap back at the haters that come in here, okay? Where's the Zen Army?
We got haters in here?
I mean, offers from time to time, you know, it makes sense. You gotta have the haters, man.
I did see one comment.
You gotta have the haters, you know. If you're not doing nothing, if you have no haters, all right. Where the haters at?
I saw one person say, okay, so I've tried watching a few times, and he always says this might be a trade, but not going to take it. Then if it hits, he talks about spoon feeding viewers. If it loses, he says that's why I didn't. I don't know. He's talking about me or you? I
don't know.
Because I feel like we're pretty open with our wins and our losses.
Pretty much. I think we're I think we're the most transparent channel out there. Like seriously, guys.
I see the trades we have open.
Come on, man. We have a clap fest every day, okay, and we share it with you. All right, we are.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the trades we're in right now. I mean,
oh my God.
Trades. So, anyways,
anybody think we're transparent here? Anybody think we're honest? Anybody, think that we, that we give it to you straight? Put a 7 in the chat, please. 7 in the chat. Win or lose, we give it to you straight. I'll say this though, guys. Take responsibility for your trades. Don't think you could just follow us and just be 100% profitable just following somebody else. Never be comfortable just following somebody else, all right? Take responsibility for your trades. Even if we give numbers for a trade, feel free to adjust those numbers. I'm constantly adjusting my numbers and making it make sense for me, okay? So use us as a guide, but not the absolute truth, okay? Yeah. I'm not the absolute truth. I don't know what's happening. Do you know what's going to happen right now?
With what?
With anything. Yes.
Venice is going to roll over. Venice is going to roll over. Bitcoin looks like it wants to pump. Someone brought up tether dominance.
Yeah, I got that chart up here.
I would love to look at Bitcoin dominance. So if you want to look at tether dominance.
Oh, sure.
I'll get rid of the tab I have on Lab. Lab is dead, by the way, guys. This is completely dead.
Total FTX. It lunaed itself.
You won't see you won't see me trading it anymore. And so making that commitment to the community, I will no longer be trading Lab. Can't say that about God King. He'll probably still try to find opportunities, but he'll probably make like that 1,000% like he usually does. But you want to go first on tether dominance? I have Bitcoin dominance.
Sure. Okay. Somebody brought up the fact that tether dominance is at the 4-hour resistance. Check it out, and it is. It was in a downtrend, round the bottom, heavy bull div played out. I love that bull div. Remember the structure, guys. Remember that structure. That is the money-making structure. When you're trending down and when you're rounded, and that kind of looks like BTC last night, honestly. Let me turn this upside down. All I to invert the chart. Does that not look like BTC in a 4-hour last night? That looks like BTC right now in a 4-hour.
Can I get an amen?
Can I get an amen? Can I get some dollar signs? Now, but seriously, look at that. Is that not BTC? Look at that. That looks like BTC in a 4-hour. That thing was coming up and rolling over and dumped just like that. Well, the chart is upside down, okay?
Ooh.
Yeah, sorry, hold on.
Oh, that was an upside down chart.
Wait, 4-hour. Let me get it upside. I don't know. Lost my frame of reference there. Here we go. Yeah, this is the up. Now it's right. So it was. There we go. So tether is at resistance, not support. Okay. So this is the opposite of BTC here. It looks like a resistance that will dump tether, which could pump Bitcoin or maybe pump the altcoins, right? So that's why we got to look at
but
BTC.
Not Venice.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody touch Venice, okay?
Nobody buy Venice until I say so. Okay. I will give the green light. I'll hit the gong when it's time to buy. Or you'll hear the little noise from Bitunics when I exit my trade. But yeah. Very interesting though, man.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. There's bullish hope right there. If you need the hopium, there's the hopium for you. Tether dominance looks a bit bearish there. Gotta say, in a 4-hour at resistance. Let me look at maybe like one more time frame. What does the like random 12-hour looks like? Rounded bottom. I don't know, man. That kind of is giving that diamond pattern too, right? The diamond pattern reversal did work. Came up to resistance. Is it just going to give a little bull flag and then still pump? It could still happen. So don't get it twisted. Tether is still in an uptrend. It's still in an uptrend, but we are at resistance. How strong is the resistance? It's Tether on the daily. Look at that.
Ooh.
Look at the bear div.
That's an M.
It is an M. And bear div on the daily, which could bring it down, did bring it down, but we got a small pop. Low Stokes green dot, though. A lot of mixed signals here. It could continue to go up. It could dump from this resistance and dump hard based on the double top, based on the bear div. Man, this thing could dump real hard. And to where? Probably down here, 7.5%, 7.575%. Tether dominance. All right, I don't want to bore them with this too much, but Tether dominance is at a resistance in the 4-hour. That is important. I'll be looking on BTC dominance.
Bitcoin dominance.
Yeah.
Take a peek.
How's that looking?
So here's your Bitcoin dominance on the daily. It's at a key level of support here at the 21 MA. Will the 21 MA hold? Now, for those of you that are unfamiliar with Bitcoin dominance, it just means what share of the pie does Bitcoin hold of the total crypto pie? And right now that number is 58.64%. If you go historically and take a look at, well, where has Bitcoin been on the bottom of markets? Let's first take a look at 2022. Okay, this was the bottom of 2022. Bitcoin dominance fell below 40%. And then we saw a big expansion to the upside, and then Bitcoin started to fall again. Now, this was this market cycle. It wasn't like super unique in terms of Bitcoin dominance in relation to altcoins. But if you go back to 2018, or excuse me, 2017, 2018 was really kind of the bear market, and then price started going up. If you take a look, it bottomed at around 34.7%. And then as alts started running, Bitcoin dominance remained flat. It dropped and remained flat right around 43%. Alts started to run. And then here comes the bull market of 2024, 2025. And so Bitcoin dominance right now, so you can see it as, well, Bitcoin dominance falls. It could mean one of two things. It could mean the overall crypto market is going down and everything going down with it, or it could mean money's moving away from Bitcoin and into altcoins. I think a good way to kind of gauge that is to pull up your total two, excluding Bitcoin. And the total two market cap is going down along with Bitcoin's dominance. And so how do you interpret that data, JP?
I'm sorry, say that again. I was in La La
Total
Land.
market cap of the alts is going down, but so is Bitcoin dominance.
Total market cap going down.
So money is not necessarily flowing in to the altcoins, but Bitcoin's dominance is waning.
Interesting. I don't know, man, but it just looks bearish overall for total 3. I mean, just from what I'm seeing here.
This is on the weekly, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, bear div. Yeah, it just looks bearish. It looks like the value of the altcoins will go down. The value of the altcoins go down. Tether looks bullish for the most part, but at resistance. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. How this thing shapes up. I have no idea, man.
The one thing that's been running is Tron dominance. Take a look at Tron dominance.
Tron. Why is that a thing?
TRX. Okay.
Does this exist?
This has been in an uptrend since October of 2025. Okay. So Tron is eating away at the market share of the rest of the altcoins, Bitcoin included. And let's take a look at what the value, the dollar chart looks like on Tron. Ooh, is that a double bottom with bull div? Yes, it is. Yes, it is on Tron on the daily.
Yeah.
It's small, but it's there. Okay. On the closes, not on the wicks, on the closes. If you go up here on your RSI, if I can drag that up there, you have bull div on your RSI, and you have, looks like bull div on your Stokes as well. Let's take a look at market cipher, and you have bull div on your market cipher as well. So what a great entry this was on Tron. Now getting rejected at the 100/50 MA on Tron. And so, but this kind of looks like a little baby W pattern here, right? Double bottom.
Yeah.
Are we going to start to flag?
Yeah.
Come back, retest at 21, which is where our volume POC is, and then see a move to the upside. What would that move look like? Would take us up to, I would stretch this out because there's a nice volume.
Venice breaking out.
35. Yeah, I'm about to get stopped out. There it is. All right, we took an L on that trade. We got stopped out. Venice.
Clap them.
Yep. Give me the clapping. Give me the clapping. Yeah, it was starting to go down. You know, we knew it was risky. That's why we had our stop loss fairly tight. What?
The stop loss is great, so then you don't catch all the smoke.
Yeah, it's the stop clap.
Stop clap.
Yeah.
Yeah. But could be in for and I'm not trying to get back in on a short. I'm just saying it could be a little bit of a triple top here. So realistically, you know, you're looking back at the trade, maybe I should have had a deeper TP, which would allow me to put my stop loss somewhere up here. We'll see if this wick holds or if it just completely blasts through, but this could be a potential, I mean, triple, quadruple top here with 1, 2, 3. Will this be number 4? I'm not going to try to FOMO into another short. Every time I've personally done that, I've lost money. But you know, we'll clean our hands on Venice, and we'll see if there's another trade, whether it's on Venice or something else.
Yeah.
But you know, back to Tron. Let me get rid of some of these. Let's get rid of those, and let's work our way the lower time frames. Look at the 12-hour here. Ooh, coming off a red dot on the 12-hour.
Can we look at the 4-hour when you get a chance to? There was a big trade that I put out on the 4. I just want to see how that looks in context. It was, it's way back there, that rounded bottom. It's like to the left more. It's pretty irrelevant now, but it's basically what saved it from. Yeah, see that big old rounded bottom and
right
cup and that. Yeah, is that huge cup. Yeah, I was just seeing what it looked like in context. That huge cup and handle. Yeah, I see it. And that was a bit of a double bottom as well. Okay, it makes sense.
Hidden bull div just printed on Tron. This is there a long opportunity here? Let's take a peek. Oh, 1 hour Hikinashi says it's almost time to go on a long here. There's your 30. Here's your 15. This looks like an inverse head and shoulders to me.
Yeah, I can see that. Absolutely.
Let me use my handy dandy inverse head and shoulders tool. Or just the head and shoulders tool. Bam, bam. Something like that.
Can somebody veto velvet, please?
Someone's asking for a velvet?
Yeah. I can't veto. Okay.
Okay, this is interesting. I'd be interested in a potential retest here of the neckline at 32,848 for a Tron long. And that measured move, this is on the 15-minute, by the way. That measured move would bring us. I love that. Let's see what that trade setup would be. So it'll be a 3-to-1 trade. You hide your stop below your 50 and your 21, right behind that first big candle breaking out, or you know, that created or broke out of that right shoulder. And then your TP is up at the measured move, which is almost where your big volume, not your POC, but a big volume level is on Tron. This would be a 3-to-1 long. Okay, so keep my eye on this one. I'm gonna actually set an alert at around 32,850 for a potential Tron long. But Tron looks good, man. 50-minute looks pretty good here. And if you look at the Stokes.
The only thing I don't like about it is on the RSI heat map on all time frames, its RSI is literally 50 except for the 15-minute where it's 62. So it's like so neutral, it's not even funny.
Well, I mean, so what are you saying? You think it's going to just chop sideways?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know, man. The 15-minute looks kind of juicy here. Anyways, I'd love to get an entry at the neckline, but yeah, this would be something I'd want along. Did you put a list together? I didn't grab a piece of paper today.
All right, I got you, man.
For short and long, or if you want to give me a piece of paper, I can write it down.
I got you. Give you a piece of paper. I don't know.
Also, if there's anything you guys would like us to take a look at, please throw it in the chat. Helicopter painter, what's up, bro? It said crazy morning. Yeah.
And guys, feel free to veto low cap coins, okay? Anything that's like, you know, not in the top 100, not in the top 50, very low cap, something that's a waste of time is going to get us clapped. Say, I veto that. Insert coin. You have to say, I veto, for example, Velvet, okay?
Helicopter painter, you don't have access to a 6-axis flight simulator, do you?
Still on the flight.
I feel like we should eventually build you one, man. Like, it's going to cost about 50 grand, but I think it'll be worth it, man.
Probably more than that, honestly.
Oh, yeah, for the official. I'm talking about like the home setup ones. I feel like we could make you a nice one, man, with like a huge screen, like maybe like the one I got at home, like the 60-inch or 50-inch, like super ultra wide. And then have you seen the chairs that that move, like the freaking like
yeah.
You know, the
It's
whole
not the same,
XY,
man.
You know, it's not the same.
It's not the
It's
same.
close enough, man. I mean, yeah, you don't have like you know, like fake buttons everywhere. You know, like the whole real feel.
that can be done for under 50 G's. That's pretty easy, especially with all the 3D printing there is now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. But
Industrial style is way different. I agree. Industrial style, like actual train pilot simulator, you know.
But I definitely want to go to like the actual one. I think
Yeah, for sure.
I'm trying to convince my wife for my birthday. Yeah.
For my birthday.
I'm just writing down. I'm writing down these levels here. Gawking, do you want to take a peek at Las Vegas, the casino? The Las Vegas casino.
What?
Oh, the casino.
Yeah.
We got the casino, man. Yeah, and BTC's getting a small move up. What's going on with the casino? Let's see it. Okay.
Still pulled to the upside. We got a positive 73 on the demand. Looks like we're getting away from that demand zone, and the supply zone's gotten much bigger. It hasn't called a bullish condition, but I'm feeling like it's either going to roll over or call a bullish condition and start going more vertical.
Sounds good. 37 trades per minute. 1 minute bullish. Most other time frames bearish. That supply zone does look pretty wide. Let's look at liquidity. We haven't looked at liquidity. We haven't looked at the auto clappers here today. Let's go to trading different and go to the liquidity heat map. All right, we'll look at it on BTC. We do have all these other options as well, though. We have the top 50 altcoins, as well as, look, there's Forex, there's the QQQ, this, you know, Tesla, Meta. We have all the stuff, the ETFs, QQQ. You have the Dow Jones, SPY. We have it all, baby. Here, liquidity on trading
What's the
different.
hyperliquid?
Let me go back to that. Liquidation heat map. What about hyperliquid?
You see where it says?
It says
free?
hyperliquid free. What is this? It's just BTC on hyperliquid. It looks like it's a yeah. It's just showing the liquidity on the DEX.
Okay.
Instead of Binance, I guess.
Interesting.
That makes sense. Look, these are all options: Binance, BitMEX, Bybit, Deribit. Looks like everything's on Binance though for all altcoins. Binance, BitMEX, Bybit.
That's where a lot of these futures exchanges draw their liquidity from.
Yeah, it makes sense. All right, so let's go to BTC liquidity heat map, and let's see how we're looking on the 5-minute time frame. I got to say, the concentrated liquidity does favor the downside right now on the 5-minute. Liquidity starting at 61,488, and that does look like a bit of a bear flag. Looking at it on the 5-minute, we'll see at resistance. Will this just roll over and splash down to 61.5 and down to the really concentrated liquidity at 61,000, just about even, and 60,000 as well. Yeah, 61,000 and 60,900. Zoom it out. There's also a lot of liquidity to the upside, but some ways away, 64,731. And we have a Karum trail leading to the liquidity if we make it more sensitive here. You see it, the blue right above us, 62,300, just about. So the liquidity looks like it favors the downside, you know, and, you know, short term. Let's zoom out. Let's go to like the 15-minute so we can see more on the chart. That makes sense. You see all that downward liquidity below us. It does favor that liquidity first, potentially. But we also have the possibility of a short squeeze if we get into the upper liquidity. I'll say right now, we are trending down to potentially break up. But if I had to go on liquidity alone, I would say we take that downside liquidity first as we are cocked back. You know, when I say that cocked back, I mean like it's retraced, it's ready, right? It's kind of like, you know, in order to strike, you gotta pull it back. You know, kind of like I don't know, a bow and arrow. I'm making analogies here. Bow and arrow, you pull the bow and arrow back, get the tension, right? Tension, 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 tension. Get ready to strike. Let go. The strike happens, right?
And the longer you hold it back, the more forceful.
Exactly. So that's what you're looking at here. You're looking at a bow and arrow that's cocked back. It's cocked back. But at the same time, you know, the way BTC moves, it'll cock back and then it'll just do this. It'll turn around and cock the other way and shoot the other way. Now I'm joking.
It'll go straight in the come straight back down.
Anything will happen, but yeah, it is cocked back and ready, man. This thing could splash to the downside, so don't act like it'll be a surprise if that does happen. All right, let's go ahead and check on the auto clappers. That's right, another tool here from Trading Different. We do have a 10% discount for the community. If you want access to these tools, we'll give you the link in the chat with the Nightbot and also in the description of the video. Here's the high frequency chart, AKA we call them the auto clappers. All right. These are the automated strategies, the bots. Okay. You're fighting against the bots, man. The bots are clapping you. Okay. A robotic clap.
Tired of fighting, man. Why can't we just get along?
The clapticons are out there clapping, you know, consistently and constantly in a high frequency manner. Love it. So 10 out of 10 long right now. The auto clappers are 10 out of 10 long in the market, but that could change at any moment. Don't get comfortable. Don't get comfortable out here. All right. Here's BTC. I will look at some altcoins, but BTC on the 30-minute time frame, I did draw a range. I always ask, what's the range? What's the dealing range? If I'm trading and scalping, this is the range. Value area low, 61,887, just about. Value area high, around 64,254 is the range we're dealing with. And when we interact with the lower part of the range in this fashion, if we put in lower lows, you know, and we put in higher lows with the momentum, if we have bull div at a value area low, I'm longing every single time, and I don't care, okay? I don't care. I'm longing it, and I'm long right now. I'm long and strong.
Venice is going straight up right now.
Yep, it's about to cross $11.
Very clappy. Reverse clappy. All right. I'm gonna pull up altcoins, man. You pull up what you want. Community, what do you want? What do you want to see? Community, congregation, speak your mind here. What do you want to see?
Someone said oil. I'll look at oil.
Cool. I'm gonna look at random alts like ETH and Sol.
LDO is an interesting one. That's over.
Lido.
Yeah, that's oversold.
That clapped me yesterday. I tried to short that yesterday during the live show.
I'm liking the EVA better.
EVA.
Yeah,
that one's on the short list.
that one's ready for the short, I think.
So I don't know if you were watching yesterday, Dave, but I made a point, man, that I like the strategy of using a global RSI heat map to look for longs and shorts and stuff like that. Look for shorts. I love it. But it seems like some of those shorts are what we consider would be good shorts are overbought for a reason at times, right? And we kind of got to be careful.
Because they're in major demand and people are completely just buying them.
So just because it's overbought doesn't mean it's ready to be short.
True.
You know, amen. So we may have to wait a little bit sometimes. Like maybe we look at it one day and see it's on a list. We put it on our list and then we watch it. We watch it like a hawk. We stalk it, okay? We come up with a plan, okay? A premeditated plan to take it out. No, I'm kidding. Okay.
Yeah, EVA.
This is getting creepy.
EVA.
Okay, what I'm saying is it might be a day or two. It may not be immediate. You know, maybe we see it on the list and then in 2 days we short it. Because LDO was not ready last night. It handed out a clapping. So I didn't look at it today, but you guys look at it. Let me know if it's ready.
Okay. Well, we're looking at oil. Oil on the weekly, it looks like it's found a bottom here. On oil, Stokes have reset, and you know if you're thinking about the gas pump, this is not good. Well, you know what? It's funny because when you see oil drop, but do we see gas prices drop?
I was noticing on my way home yesterday that I did see gas stations with under $4 a gallon.
Interesting. Okay, I actually got to get gas, so I'll see that today. I haven't gotten gas enough.
You missed the train, buddy. That was yesterday. Now we got bad news.
Now it's $5. It's
Yeah.
funny when we get good news, it takes a week for prices to come down. When we get bad news, it's immediately.
Yeah.
Right.
It
The
takes
numbers on the sign.
3 weeks for them to
What is going
recover
on here?
anything, and then as soon as there's bad news, it's like boom, that minute.
Assholes. They know what they're doing, bro. Anyways, here's oil. So the weekly looks like it's reset, ready for a potential continuation. Here's your daily, fighting the 200 right now. Attempting for a death cross here is a 21. It's already crossed below the 50, the 100.
Wow.
Looking to cross below the 200, but are we going to get a little bit of a reversal here? You see the Stokes are pretty high. We're at 80 on the Stokes. RSI sitting at 42 on the daily time frame. Here's your 12-hour. We've reclaimed our 21. We've moved through this volume gap, which was our kind of trade yesterday as we hit a peak of around 70, almost $76. I think we did actually get right above $76. VWAP is curving down. Money flow is looking to come back up though, but we're getting some initial warning signs from Market Cipher that the uptrend is maybe losing a little bit of steam here. Look at how high the Stokes are on the 12-hour.
BTC breaking out.
Where are we at? Oh yeah, 62.
265.
Demand 92.
We're breaking out, man. We're breaking out. What's
What did
going
Trump
on
say?
with it?
What did Trump say?
We're melting the faces off of the shorts.
BTC, let's get to you on the liquidity heat map. I need to see the heat map. There we go.
I don't see anything. Is there any news on what he said? I know he was talking for a hot minute. Gawking, did you see anything on your global tracker thing?
No, it's still saying that he declared the ceasefire over.
Zen detectives, get on it. And honestly, guys, you got to remember, it doesn't need to be a news event. I mean, the charts react too, you know. So, and the charts is telling us even before the news happens, you know. The news may not come out till later.
True that.
And we're at a value area low. I mean, I'm not saying to be bullish, but I mean, we're scalping. I'm scalping long, baby.
He posted on True Social 3 hours ago that he had a meeting with President Zelensky.
Oh, they were going to let him make the...
How's that looking?
They were going to let him make the Patriot anti-missile things.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like, we'll give you the recipe. You start making them.
Huh.
Okay, so Bitcoin getting a little bit of a breakout here. Retraced a tad bit, but you know, back to oil here. I was on the 12-hour. Let's move our way down to the 8-hour. Starting to see those topside wicks here, and the Stokes are starting to roll over. We'll see if oil is maybe ready for a short. Let's look at the 5-hour. 5-hour money flow wants to cross into the green. Okay, so nothing on the 5-hour. Ooh, 4-hour coming off a fresh red dot. With the topside liquidity grab wick right there at the volume level. If we lose the open at around 73.59, we're more than likely coming down a sub $70 on oil. What would that look like? What would that look like in terms of risk to reward? Not very good. 1.86 to 1 if we hit that POC. Volume trending up though on the moves up. And so that gives me a little caution if you are looking at the chart and say, that looks like a short. Little caution as volume has been increasing on the move up. We saw the global news. I know a lot of traders, including JP, will say, show me the chart, I'll show you the news. We can anticipate what we think the news might be. And right now it would be bullish for oil, bearish for humanity, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Bear div. Ooh, we got bear div on the RSI, and we got bear div on Market Cipher B as well, as we put in a higher high on price, lower high on momentum. VWAP crossed below. There's your red dot on the 1-hour time frame. Hakenashi says, wait. Market Cipher says, go. Who should we listen to? What do we know? I don't know. You can call me Dr. Seuss. Thank you. But potential, you know.
Looks like a short, man.
Yeah. Could we get a last push up for that 3-finger head and shoulders? Right. That was such a bad analogy.
3 finger.
Yeah. That makes, yeah. So I was kind of leaning short on oil, but where can we find our entry for a short? Are we seeing that head and shoulders start to form on the lower time frames? Here's your 15-minute. Nothing yet on the 15-minute. In fact, the 15-minute looks like it came in double bottomed here at the 50 MA. Stokes pretty low on the 10-minute. Here's the 15. They haven't started curling over yet. 5-minute. 5-minute looks like an M, dude. Expecting a little bit of a move up here.
It's overbought on the RSI heat map as well.
Yeah, I had it on the 4-hour list for a potential short. So you said, does it look ready for a short? I mean, it's overbought on the 4-hour. It's overbought on the 1-hour. Well, maybe not the 1-hour, but definitely on the 4-hour.
Yeah.
And here's what the 5-minute looks like, man. For me, if I'm looking to get into an oil trade, I'm waiting for a better entry to get into a short because I do think this thing ends up flagging. Right? Maybe we touch that POC down there in the volume. We start to flag this way, or maybe it's more of a pennant. I don't know. Maybe we come and retest 100, right? There's a little volume there, but I think the more likely is going to be right around where the 50 is, right? If we draw a fib, if we anticipate a bounce right around 73.97, I mean, you're right there at the 50% fib retracement level. The 21 starts to roll over. Maybe we get some convergence here with the 21 and the 50. And that would be my trigger for a short entry. All things considered, if the momentum still looks the same, if some of our other and then if you do get that entry on a short, you can have your stop above, your 21 MA. You can give yourself some room to run here, and then you put your TP down at the volume POC. You're almost at a 3-to-1 trade. If you bring it down to your 200 MA on the 5-minute time frame, you're sitting at a 4-to-1 trade on a oil short. But this one is, for me, is patience. I think we're closer to a bottom than we are to continued spill off. But I do expect a bounce to be rejected and a continuation to the downside. That's what I'm expecting. To me, I don't see a short now. I think if you get into a short now, you're chasing. We're starting to see the momentum wave start to bottom out a little bit. Start to see that kind of round here. Are we making a rounded bottom on momentum? I mean, RSI is at 28.
Solana's blasting off.
I knew it.
I took that trade you called, so.
I knew it. See, I didn't want to be too risky, man. Like, one trade is good enough, on a new small account I have for a scalping only. Like, I'm not trying to go too hard. But yeah, if we were bullish, I knew Solana would be the one to really run, right?
And it was lagging behind Bitcoin. I was actually down while Bitcoin was up, and I entered both of the trades around the same time.
And also, Solana has been one of the worst coins to short if there is any hint of bullishness, okay? Yes, Solana can dump hard. It did dump hard last night, didn't it? It dumped really hard.
Yeah.
But my friends, if you get in at the wrong time for a short on Solana, you will be begging for mercy. Okay,
I'm begging you for mercy.
I don't even like shorting Solana no more.
Jito is also blasting off from when I called.
Yeah,
this is a 4-hour. I mean, this looks like a morning star, man. Can we get volume up here? Can we get the volume to eclipse what we saw in the last session at around 2.7 million?
BTC, let's go. Take off, baby.
I'm curious to see what 62.5 does for Bitcoin. That's been a pretty big level for myself. And so 62.5, are we going to get rejected? We reclaimed the 50 and the 21 on the 15-minute time frame. 5-minute approaching the 200. So let's see what the 200 does here on the 5-minute. RSI at 68, so almost at overwhelm. We're getting another push up here. Heikinashi says should have been in the trade. Well, get in the trade now. That's what Heikinashi says. That's not what I'm saying, but that's what Heikinashi says. But beware of the 200 MA at 62,370 here for Bitcoin. We haven't been above that on this time frame since yesterday at 5:35 p.m. This is a 5-minute time frame, but we're Bitcoin's trying. It's going to attempt to do it, but
Bullish signal on the casino.
Oh man, really?
They really.
Bring it up. I gotta say, those signals have been accurate. The bullish conditions, not the like short signal detected, not those signals, but the actual buy signals have been accurate lately in the casino. All right. Pull to the upside. Is it an extended pull to the upside? We'll see. 71 trades per minute. We got some volume coming in. Is the next stop the supply zone? Talk to me in the chat. And are you in the money? Are you in the money on the scalp long? And I got to be honest, man, I'm kind of satisfied with this trade here. I may take some profit, pay the trader, man. I'm up over 100% of my margin already, 119% on the scalp. Let's go. Drop some money. Come on, Laura, drop some money. Who's in the money? If you're satisfied with your gains, take profit. But man, this looks beautiful. BTC. Shout out to everybody who was not afraid. Drop the organs, baby, okay? Do not be afraid. Do not allow your emotions or the sentiment of people in here to tell you what direction you should trade. Amen. You trade your strategy, okay? Trade your model. And my model is the ranges, okay? The ranges. The 4 hour was a bit extended and it tapped the bottom of the super trend. It looked like a good take profit. A good take profit on the short is oftentimes a good entry for the long, not all the time, but I'm long scalping. All right, I'm a scalper right now. I'm scalping long, but I'm looking for a bigger short once we get to a potential level. So amen to that, and congratulations to anybody who was in the money because the trade is cooking and it's time to take profit. Let's bring up the screen again. Bring up the screen. BTC is taking off like a rocket ship. And that's how it should look when you take profit, okay? So let me go ahead and drag my stop loss up, put it way into profit. I'm happy with my profit. Take me out. I don't need to go to full range, okay? I'm not greedy. And look at it giving me more. Give me more, baby. Come on. The Zen army wins today, baby. We win today. We make fun of our claps. And we celebrate our licks, okay, aka our wins. This is a win for the Zen Center congregation. Get excited, baby. Come on, who's up? Who wasn't afraid, okay? We don't get bearish at the bottom, okay? We don't get bearish at the bottom. We get bullish at the bottom, but we go with a little bit of confirmation. A bull div. Give me the bull div at the bottom. I'm taking it every time. Bah, take me out of the trade. I made 100% of my margin. I'm done. Pay me. I am done. All right. How you feeling, Guy King?
Pretty good. I got all green trades back here.
I'm out. I'm out of the trade. Does it go higher? Most likely, but I don't care. I took my move, guys. The move was off the bull div. Strong bull div on the way down. Strong move up. Profit taken. Trade close. Another one for the books, baby. Congratulations to anybody who took the trade alert on the scalp. 114%. That's the final receipt right there. 114% on a brand new scalp account. And BitUnix, by the way, guys, you can have sub accounts. I now have 2 sub accounts. I have my main account, which is my macro account. I'm going to be keeping big time trades going. 2,000 for 600. I'm sorry, 2,000 for 6,000. 5,000 for 15,000. The big macro trades will be on the big account. And then I have a Zen scalper account. This is the scalp account. I only put $1,000 on this account. Let's see if I can grow this thing to 5,000, 10,000. We'll see. And then I have the Meso account. I loaded up another $1,000 into a Meso account for the medium time frames, the 4 hour, the 3 hour, the 2 hour, etc. I have 3 different accounts for 3 different ranges. That's what I'm doing right now. And this is my scalper account. And let's grow it, baby. Let's go. We're in the money. Talk to me, Zen Centers. Talk to me. They said it could go higher. Yes, it could absolutely go higher, but I'm happy. I'm satisfied.
I got 5 positions with 5 anti-claps all on.
I love it, man. Running it up, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, it's printing money back here.
Anybody took profit? Who took profit on the long? I took profit. I'm out. Out. Quick scalp, baby. That's the definition of a scalp. In and out. And my style is I like to design my scalps as bigger trades and take profit early. Amen. That's what I like to do. Design it as a bigger trade because the bigger time frames support it, right? It's supported by the bigger time frames. And, and it could be a bigger trade, but you take profit quick because it's a scalp. All right, let's see what's going on with the altcoins right now. Is Solana really ripping still?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like what's going on there on the 5-minute time frame. Solana, that bull div has played out. Coming to resistance now on the 5. Here's the 30. Yeah, this is the time frame I was really looking at.
They're getting the bounce.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. High Stokes and the stochastics. Doesn't matter, though.
Yeah,
Solana
never cared.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, I got a new AI insight on the World Monitor. President Trump declared the ceasefire is over. This followed strikes exchanged between the U.S. and Iran.
Well, thanks, Trump. We already knew that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let me fix something here. I do not want no labels on my price scale. Absolutely. All right. Yeah, SWE looks just like Solana, interestingly enough, but did it not break out as much? SWE, Sol, looks exactly the same. Exactly the same in the 30-minute time frame. Look at the heavy bull div. As you went down, you put in higher lows on the momentum. Yeah, nice. Not the best sniper entry, and I'm leaving this alone. I'm not getting in this, but I like what I see for SWE. How about Hyperliquid? Look at Hyperliquid, 30-minute time frame. It had the same bull div here, but look, got to bounce it and gave it all back. And now you're just at resistance. I don't know. Could it break out? Absolutely, but it looks a bit shaky to me. Shakier than SWE and Solana. Here's Ondo if you care. Looks exactly the same. Bull div, breakout at resistance. Let's see if it can push. Here's AVAX. Damn. That was a big move down for AVAX. Is that a Bart Simpson or is that just a bear flag?
Let me see if I can find it on the RSI heat map.
Okay. Look at AVAX. Is that just bearish consolidation after a big move down? Maybe even a bear flag? Or is it a Bart Simpson? What's a Bart Simpson? It goes like this after a big move down and eventually breaks back up, fill the gap again. That is a Bart Simpson head, my friends. That is the head of Bart Simpson.
You want to check on XLM for me?
Sure. That's actually the next one here.
Perfect.
But as far as AVAX, we'll get back to this one. This could fill this gap very quickly if it is a Bart Simpson. I'm being cautious, though. I'm not trying to just hop into another long. I'm not on one right now, okay? I'm going to be zen in these charts. FA.
Dare me to long it?
Who's risky enough? The only problem is the bull div isn't strong enough for me.
Yeah.
It's there, but it could be way stronger than that. I don't like that. In fact, the money flow has gotten worse. Look, the money flow has gotten worse, but the VWAP pushing up. Is this the beginning? Yeah, I can't do it, man. That looks crazy. Crazy. Talk about a fall knife. You brave enough?
Yes.
Yes. I am risky enough. Who here in the chat is risky enough to long this on Stellar Lumens? I'm not, my friends. That is straight down action, but everything else getting a small bounce. Why wouldn't XLM bounce? Like, what's going on with XLM? Stellar Lumens. Talk to me, folks. I'm going to move on. Here's Link. See, that's strong bull. That's what I'm talking about. Hidden bear, crouching bull, baby. Tau, okay. Everything looks exactly the same. Trend down to break up with divergences, and everything is starting to break up. So maybe, one could long XLM. Look, everything's starting to break up. Jupiter double bottom, though.
XLM's 1 to 10 if it rotates to the top side.
Maybe we'll look at some other time frames there. Maybe there's another time frame that will convince me, but from what I'm seeing, it's too risky. Looking at everything else here, looking through everything. This is Uniswap. Why is Uniswap so bullish? Bullish on Ethereum? There's Lab going straight to hell.
Yeah. It's taking a rave.
Hell in the handbasket right now. Here's Velvet. I'm vetoing myself on Velvet. Let's keep going. Caspa. Caspa, it was looking like XLM, right? It was looking like XLM, but look what it's doing. God King likes that one. He likes that one, that Caspa. It did break out. I'll give you that. It did break out. SEI breaking out a bit there. Yeah, here's Dexy. Dexy very bullish for whatever reason on the 30. BCH. Bitcoin Cash. Okay.
I took
divergence.
I took the SWE and the XLM, but I only risked $12.
Yeah.
But they're also like 10 to 1 trades. So
XLM looks insane. We might want to pull up liquidity on XLM. Look at this chart. Are you brave enough, Dave? That's a 30-minute XLM.
To short it?
To long it. Are you brave enough?
No.
I'm not brave enough. Absolutely not. All right. I'm going to pull up liquidity for XLM because I'm just interested. Like, what's going on?
It's right there under ETH.
Oh, yeah, I see it. XLM. Here we go. All right. 5-minute time frame. Damn. We destroyed everybody.
What liquidity?
Yeah, right. Seriously. I mean, technically, there's some down at about 16 cents still. Let's zoom out. Put it all the way on a 1 day.
If you can. Oh, it changed the grouping.
There we go. All right. Okay. Is that a big old flag? But yeah, liquidity so very local liquidity 0.1613, and lower liquidity, the real liquidity 0.1383. So about 13 cents is where the real liquidity lies for XLM here on Trade Indifferent. Let's increase the sensitivity so we can see even the liquidity that is not so hot. We just want an idea of where the orders are in the futures market. And yeah, right about 17 cents, some blue orders right below us. Let me go to that 5-minute one more time. Very small time frame with the increased sensitivity. There you go. There's what we're talking about here. So I got to say, there is some room here. I can see XLM sweeping down to 18 cents, into the 17 cents range. Yeah. But after that, wow, look at that. Yeah, there's liquidity still. This could still go low, so don't get it twisted. Just because the 30-minute is this beat down, it could still continue to be beat down. So I will not touch this. But keep it on the radar, though. Keep it on a long list. XLM. I'm going to put it on a long list, not for today, but maybe for tomorrow, maybe the next day. Like, let's say BTC actually recovers.
I actually really like it because it just flipped the 15-minute super trend down there.
Nice. All right, so I'm starting my list, long list and short list. XLM will be on the long list, but I'm not touching it yet. Way too risky. All right, we got a nice super chat coming in from UAE87. Says FOMC in 17 minutes. Trade safe. Thank you so much, UAE87. We appreciate your support. Yeah, so we have the FOMC minutes coming. Yeah. Just the minutes, but I think we already know what's in it, right? It was from the last meeting, right? So
look at this. This is SWE on the 1 hour.
All right, what you got there?
You see that?
What are you looking at? The RSI? What are you looking at there? Mm-hmm. The heavy bull div on the RSI? Yeah, I see that. I like that.
And then 30-minute. I am interested in a potential SWE long with a 21 MA retest here.
It's funny because to me, SWE and XLM look almost identical in their charts.
Is this what the XLM look like on 30-minute?
Kind of.
I was using the bathroom.
But way worse. Yeah, way extended, way more extended.
Yeah, way more extended, but same direction, same size.
Hey, if you want to see my screen real quick, yeah.
Yeah, that's
at 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's below the 21. This one is above the 21.
Damn, that thing took the escalator to hell, man. Quick.
I kind of like this, man. This is and I like that there's, it makes sense that there's a high volume area here at the 21 MA. Actually, your POC. Man, that looks like a great entry to me, bro. We move through this volume gap and we bring it right up to the 100 MA here. How is the risk to reward that bad? There we go. 2.5 to 1. Risk reward ratio on SWE on a potential long. You want to take it up to the 200 MA. You're looking at a 3.7 to 1, but I kind of like where the 100 is, man.
Bitcoin demand rolling over.
Uh-oh. And we're at resistance on a 5-minute time frame, guys. We went straight up to the 5-minute 200 MA. Be careful, okay? Be careful.
I got anti-clapped out on Bitcoin and Solana and profit.
Yeah.
I closed my trade off.
I'm out of my trade, too. You close your trade?
Yep.
And profit?
Yep.
All right, cool. Everybody making money. Let's go.
This one, I closed it out for 96%. So.
Yeah, I was just over 100%. Yeah.
Shout out to the Zen Master giving us a dub. It's our first dub today.
Yeah.
Fat dub.
So what do we see now? We got local resistance, 5-minute time frame. Be careful. The trend is still down. That was a a long scalp for a reason. Okay, a scalp. We're still bearish on some higher time frames. Let me take a quick look at the daily again. Bring up that daily time frame and get rid of this trade for a moment. Take a look at that daily. Take a look at the 4-hour. I'm so surprised there's no daily red dot. What's the delay? What is the delay, my friends? Interesting.
It'll probably come on the next candle.
We find the support at the 21 so far. But I mean, just that rollover nature exactly at resistance. It looks bearish to me still. Let's go to the 12-hour. 12-hour does have the red dot. It has the rollover structure plus what looks like a diamond. The diamond reverses price, brings it down. I can see that as a diamond. Price may still come down based on the higher time frames. Let's go to the 4-hour and the 5-hour. So 4-hour had the red dot, and it was the short signal. How accurate of a short signal was that on that 4-hour? Do not ignore those 4-hour dots on market cipher. It came in on that candle. That was the candle to short. Don't fade the 4-hour red dots and green dots. But I'll say this, guys. That was one trade, okay? That was a trade. Trade done. Trade complete, all right? Move on to the next trade. Stop trying to make every trade the biggest trade of your life. Right, that's where I messed up a lot in my trading history. And most times when I got clapped, when I took the big clapper, when I got the death clap, it was when I was trying to make the biggest trade of my life. Trying to make it $50,000 win, $100,000 win. That's how you get clapped. Just go for the move, man. Just take the smaller moves, smaller wins over time instead of the mega win. Okay. Leave the mega win alone, okay? It's a pipe dream, okay? It is gambling.
It's chasing the dragon.
It's chasing the dragon. Stop chasing the dragon and find a mechanic hack, okay? Find a mechanic hack in the system, okay? Hack the mechanics. You ever hack the mechanics in the game, God King?
All the time.
You're talking about a car mechanic.
No, we're talking about mechanics here. What game have you hacked the mechanics? And make it super brief, God King.
Battlefield 6.
How did you hack the mechanics? Tell me.
We've been using the shields to deploy on top of the golf carts, so you can ride around with a person launching mortars from the top of a golf cart, manipulating the mechanics in the game. Because usually when you deploy a mortar tube, you can't move around, and so it makes you pretty defenseless.
Is this PvP?
Yeah.
Man, yeah. You're the person that people hate to play against.
Oh yeah. Get me in a helicopter and it's the end of days for everybody.
This guy.
What I'm saying is, guys, stop going for those legendary trades and instead, and also stop telling yourself you know what's going to happen. Okay, shut up. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. What we should do is look to find those mechanic hacks, right? Those game flaws within the system, right? There's some type of hack that we could do to extract money consistently. What is those hacks? The hacks may be a trend that is extended and at a value area low and has bull div. My friends, that is a mechanic hack, okay? That is not telling yourself you know what's going to happen. That is taking advantage of the physics in the market, okay? It's doing what let me stop while I'm ahead. Let me just stop.
Where's this conversation going at?
Let me just stop.
We should have played the organs. My boy over here giving a sermon. And when we see the mechanics, we hack them.
All right.
All the mechanics out there, I call on you.
We avoid market manipulation.
We are the ones who manipulate the market.
And does it make sense? Am I using the right word here? Mechanic, right? The mechanics of the market.
Mechanisms.
Yeah, mechanisms,
right?
mechanics.
The variation is the same word, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense. The mechanics of the market. Okay.
The gears that turn.
Exactly. Okay. Does that make sense to everybody? Put a 7 in the chat and give me an amen if that makes sense. Okay.
Amen.
And we're looking for that edge.
I'm like, when I'm kind of quiet looking at my computer, I'm just going through charts, man, and I'm trying to see if there's any potential trade setups here. I was on, I think it was EVA, but
Yeah, 4 hours short. I'm in on that.
you are?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of a head and shoulders. This one kind of looks like a head and shoulders that wants to dump. This is a Morpho. This is the 15-minute time frame, right? We got a pretty big move up here. There's your left shoulder. There's your head. Right shoulder dump. So something that caught my eye. Stokes are pretty high. You know, can we pull an Alex O out of our bag and try to front run a potential red dot here as VWAP? Look at how quickly that money flow just curved over.
Stop clap on Venice.
Oh,
Venice is going down.
I took profit.
Okay, nice, good job. So yeah, I mean, this to me looks like a short. Let's see what that would look like. So you got in.
they say God King is a red sec sweat.
Is it red what?
Red sec sweat. That's Battlefield 6.
That's the version that's Battle Royale. It's like Fortnite, but Battlefield version.
Yeah, he's a sweaty one. He's like, take it too serious, you know.
It's the only one I don't play because it's the one for the free users.
No, we do chill breakthrough, man.
Yeah,
no,
chill breakthrough. when there's nothing chill about breakthrough.
It's actually called casual breakthrough, but yeah, we do casual breakthrough. Would anybody like to play Battlefield 6 sometimes with us? Like seriously.
That's what we should do tonight.
I want to game more with the community, man. I have no real friends here in Vegas, okay? God King is my best friend, okay? He's
yes,
my
sir.
friend. And I guess Dave is my friend now, okay?
Welcome to the
You're
group.
a fucking dick, bro. You're an asshole to me. I guess Dave is my friend. You throw $1 on my trade alerts. Damn, you're a man. How have I wronged you? Anyways, I want to call
I love you, man. I'm sorry.
I want to call a trade alert. Okay.
Attention.
I'm going to short Morpho.
Trade inbound.
I'm front running a right shoulder spill off.
Attention. Trade alert.
I pulled up the 12-minute time frame. You know, I'm trying to find something between the 10 and the 15. Here's a 12. We got the red dot on the 12 that printed. VWAP just crossed below zero. We're going to get a red dot here, and we're close enough to that top of the right shoulder where if this pattern does get invalidated, I would, it's going to be a short stop, and we're going to take it down to the volume POC here. Okay, so the entry is now. Let's go ahead and pull this up. I'm not in any trades right now. Okay, so we're going to go Morpho short. Morpho was also on the, I believe it was on the, no, it wasn't on the overbought or oversold. So we're going to go here. This is a 15-minute trade, okay? 15-minute trade. Let's go last. Let's go TP stop loss. Our stop loss, you know what? Let's go ahead and put our stop loss above the super trend. Copy price, stop loss. It's gonna bring our R&R down just a little bit, but that's okay. And then our TP is going to be at 2.0116, 2.011. And let's see what that looks like. Let's up our leverage so we use less of our own money.
All the way.
Shut up.
Morpho.
So this is a 2.5 to 1 trade.
What are we doing here? We're shorting?
Yeah, I'm going to short this thing.
Right shoulder. Okay.
70 for 180. 70 for 180. There it is. Oh, damn. That feels pretty fast. Above the super trend, if you want to bring it stop a little tighter, you can bring it above this high here, and that'll give you a way better R&R, but that's too tight. I think
one thing I've been doing is you see the peak that the super trend creates?
Yeah.
I've been putting it on top of that peak so you can't get wicked out.
Yeah, it would just it would be a non-negotiable R&R if I were to do that, and I'm already in the trade. So I'm just going to stick with my original plan, right above the at least a flat line of our super trend. And this is a 3 to 1, a little worse than a 3 to 1 trade setup on a Morpho short. And I'm bringing it down to the volume POC on the 15-minute time frame. But let's take a peek at what this measured move would look like. Trend line. Let's just take it down there. Neckline. Oh, no, stay there. Good boy. I mean, look at that perfect. That move down to the 200 MA. And so chances are if we get here, that would be 168%. Chances are I would probably take that profit. But we'll keep it down there for now. Maybe we get a wick below the 200, kind of like we saw here. But Morpho short, I'm in. Pretty tight stop loss. So the entry would be now. The stop loss is 2.1205. TP is at 2.0117 for a Morpho short on the 15-minute time frame.
Nice.
Yeah.
Lovely. All right. Yeah, one bill for you. All right, how's XRP looking here? That's some strong div. That's some of the strongest divergence I've seen, actually, on a 30-minute. Look at the R. Look at the stochastics.
It's so crazy because I'm long on SWI, I'm long on XLM, and I'm long on Bitcoin, and they're all not doing bad.
Nice. Yeah, I'm out of all trades right now, but let's see. I don't want to get greedy on the longs right now. Like, we've already tapped that value area low. We got the move from BTC. We're happy. You know,
Pull to the downside?
Okay, to me, I should be looking for shorts at some point here. You know, the bigger time frame shorts. So let's go to BTC. Unless it wants to prove us that it wants to, you know, rotate truly to the top of the range. I mean, what if it bounces here on the 5 minute at the 21 and gets above that 200? I'll be willing to play some type of continuation Sammy special if it wants to give us that. But beyond that, I'm looking for I'm looking for some type of short at some point. It's just not a good time. I need to look at another asset, unfortunately. BTC, big move up, gave it all back to the support range. This is just a 1 minute time frame. Technically bullish above the 200, right? But kind of volatile there. Look, double bottom on the stochastics, a green dot there. Money flow just flipped red, but you got the green dot buy signal. Can we pull a fib? Maybe this thing just wants a fib, and maybe it continues up a rotation to the top of the range. There's nothing wrong with continuing to scalp this thing up if we have to, you know, if we need to. So the maximum this fib level would be being a very conservative, right? We'll put it very bottom to very top. You got the 50% around 61,952 and the golden pocket around 61,854. So somewhere here could be a potential buy zone for continuation up if BTC wants to continue up. I'm not telling it what to do. I'm not a fortune teller. All right. Let's go ahead and look at one more fib level. One could, with good reason, use this level because that is the neckline of the double bottom, and that is another area where we broke out from. So it is fair to draw a fib from here as well. And what does that look like? Looks like 50% right now. And the golden pocket at 61,994. And look at the 786 deep retracement at 61,893. I potentially may be interested in a long here if BTC wants to come down there. And then I need to see once again what? Some bull div. That's right, bull div here. Low, lower low, momentum to the upside. Maybe a long right there is what I'm looking at. But I'm not FOMOing into anything.
It looks like it's going to bear flag dump.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, I can see that right now. Bear flag, maybe up to that 38.2. Dump the measure move. Maybe entry right there. I can't say 100% that I would take that entry, but I will look at it when we get there. And in the meantime, I'm going to look at some other coins.
Look at SWI.
Okay.
SWI's approaching the level I had. I was on the 30-minute time frame.
All right.
That 21 MA on the 30, also on the 15 as well. But that 15-minute bull div, man, that's
beautiful bull div, and got the reaction from it. 1, 2, 3, 4 30-minute green candles from the bull div. So that's that bull div playing out. The question is, we retrace now. We have a bearish engulfing candle. Is it done retracing? Is it going to bounce here? Is this giving us an opportune entry at the neckline here? For a move up? We have to zoom in and see. 15-minute, how's it look? There's a bullish cross from the 9 MA, but red dot high stochastics, a bit of a sell signal on our market cipher B here.
Oh yeah, that just hit too.
Here's a 5-minute time frame, seeing resistance at the 200 and making what looks like it could be a head and shoulder on the 5-minute left shoulder head. Will you make the right shoulder at the resistance and dump it? I'm open-minded to it. I'm being careful. 1 minute shaky, but still bullish. Believe it or not, shaky, but bullish. Yeah, that's what we're kind of dealing with there. That's what we're kind of dealing with. Shaky, but bullish. Looks like a head and shoulder within a flag. And we've seen a lot of that lately. I'm looking at some other coins here. I'm looking for shorts. I'm looking for longs. It don't matter. Whatever the charts want me to do. Here's Near Protocol. Zcash. Zcash was trying to get bullish. What community coins are we missing, folks? Feel free to send a super chat to jump the queue. And can I get a random 5? Come on, man.
ICP?
Keep it interesting here. They want ICP. You want ICP? All right,
I'm gonna look at ICP.
Okay. I'm gonna look at Render.
Render. I haven't heard that name in a while.
I love the 30-minute bull div. Money flow red.
Where the hell is? Okay. I always do this shit. I have this. I'm looking at ICP USDT from Bybit. If I can find it. Yeah, there it is. ICP Bybit. Shout out to our boy Mohammed. I don't see him in here, but ooh, so 5 minute. Damn, that's a pretty big candle there. But it looks like a kind of a double top here to me. But that's typically not, if this is going to flag out and break down, that's not typically what it looks like unless it ends up being a wick. But that's the 5 minute. Let's go to the 4 hour. I'm looking for a scalp, so I'm not going to play above the 4 hour, but let's take a look at the 4. Look at all those wicks. Here's a 2 hour. Coming off a fresh green dot on the 2 hour. VWAP looks like it wants to expand to the upside. It started to clip. RSI is at 47. The Stokes are kind of curving up there, but let's see if we can find any equal lows. This is kind of a strange.
I'm giving Lab a shot.
Oh,
You're fucking wild, bro.
It's rounding out. It's 1 hour bottoming out on the oversold RSI, and I don't know, $15 for what was it? 1,000. What's my TP at 16? $1,254. The legendary trade.
Vito.
The one JP said not to go for.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, even on the move down, it's got hidden bear dividend.
Damn.
Look at how high the RSI. Look at how high the Stokes got with no price action.
Oh yeah.
How do you interpret that data? I'm genuinely curious. How do you interpret this to this?
Hidden bear. Strong hidden bear. Strong.
I interpret it as a scare tactic.
I'm shorting the fuck out of this. I'm gonna short this thing.
All right, here we go.
Oh,
Trade battle. Let's go.
Yeah, counter trading me again.
Yeah, I'm
EVP,
sorry.
let's go.
I took an L to you on Venice, but I don't. Man, this is. I feel like I gotta have a pretty deep stop on this one. $1.50, $572.
My stop loss is at $1, so
$572. This thing's going to hell, bro. Okay, so let's see what this even looks like. Last stop loss $0.572, and we're gonna take this thing down to 30 cents.
Can we highlight Jay Clapton's chat here? As the very most recent chat. He says, I've never envied a trader more than God King. I know I have conviction, but how he plays these low caps is talent. I love it. He loves your conviction, man. All right.
you just gotta be willing to risk very little and wait a long time.
Yeah, love it.
You know what? You got more upside room than I do. I can't get better than I can't get better than a 3-to-1.
Yeah, mine's like a 1 to 33.
It's not even worth it. Yeah. All right. So I'm calling off the counter trade. No more counter trade. I'm not going to counter trade.
No,
but I definitely wouldn't long. I wouldn't long.
It's like a $15 lottery ticket for $1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't trust it long. I've seen this on Rave, and it looks like it's rounding out, but it just dumps. And when you don't think it can go lower, it goes lower.
Woo! Are you buying the lottery ticket?
I'm not. I'll sell you one. You want it? It might
Who plays the lottery here?
It might hit the lottery ticket. You know, pay me $20. If it gets to 16, I'll give you 1,000.
No.
I'll take the 20.
My thinking behind it is Rave, from my understanding, was like a festival kind of token that had a lot of centralized control and stuff. whereas lab is like an exchange. So I see it differently.
So then why is it? But if you're going to base it off a utility, then why is it down 90% on the day?
Damn.
Like,
Good point. Let's look at the fundamentals. Bring out the fundamentals, Dave. Come on. Not enough fundamentals here.
Yeah. Marketing and partnerships. So here's how I see this, right? I look at, okay, what of this allocation is more than likely going to be sold? Ecosystem and rewards, seed, private, team advisors, marketing partnerships. This is definitely going to get sold. That's what, 20, 35, that's almost 50% right off the rip. You can say people who are going to get airdrops are going to sell them. Ecosystem and rewards most likely going to get sold. And the only thing that's not going to get sold is probably liquidity. But as people start to sell, it'll tap into the liquidity they have. And then here is and we're about to start getting, investors are about to start getting their unlocks July 17th, my friend. You see that?
Oh, so everything's going to get unlocked and they want to drop the price so it's not worth anything?
No, that's not to say that's happening. But I'll tell you what, man, maybe there is a push up to get these investors a little more value. Because if you look where are we at now, right? Everything to the left of this dashed line at the top, and I can't hover because it pulls this thing up. Anything to the left of this is what's already being unlocked. You can see it's the... there we go. Okay, so it's your airdrops, it's your marketing partnership, it's a little bit of your team and advisors, but you can see that's going to start expanding. It's a little bit of your private. Oh, so it is a little. See how it's hidden there? Couldn't see it. Okay, so it is there. Seed round is going to start getting that expansion. Look at that. Same thing with private, ecosystem rewards, and then the liquidity just stays the same. And then as far as holders, I mean, guys, when you have 10% of people holding 87% and controlling, it's going to be, you're going to see these wild swings. And so when you look at price down 90% on the day, okay, it's not because, 20,000 people traded it and they shorted it. No, it's because one or more of these wallets here, the top 10 wallets, decided to dump the shit out of the coin. So, and here's your website. You said what'd you say it is? A DEX?
Yeah, it's like an exchange.
Social hub for crypto and friendly competition. Like you literally have a website that's not even an actual website. That's like a phone app. You see that? How it's formatted like a phone?
Yeah, I see that. That's bad.
I don't know, man. I mean,
it's only a mobile version.
I hope you make money on your long, but for the love of God, at least from our community, it's just not worth the risk, man.
Yeah, be careful, guys.
There's no reason you should be buying. There's definitely no reason you should be buying spot on this. Now, if you feel a different way, okay, but you couldn't pay me to buy this. If Lab reached out and said, we'll pay you $100,000 to promote this coin, I would say no. I would or I would say yes, not promote it, and then we'd split it with the community. But that would be a little unethical. So
yes, very
unethical.
The answer is
no. Yes. So yeah, man. I mean, and then again, look at that. I mean, yeah, rounded bottom. Yeah, rounded bottom. It's
supposed to pay the bills, man.
It's gonna dump, bro. It's gonna dump, but there's just not enough. I mean, unless I take it to negative 20.
I have a stop clap at $1, so if it goes any lower than that,
yeah, I love you, bro, but you're probably gonna get stopped out.
It's not gonna be the end of the day.
Yeah,
it's just one lottery ticket, man.
It's just one lottery ticket.
No. I'm not hating on it, bro. Like honestly, like if it wasn't. If maybe the coin was different or because something similar happened here.
Maybe if it was any other coin.
No, not that it was any other coin, but you saw something kind of similar happen.
A few times with it.
Yeah, something similar happened here, right? It had a massive spill off from $20 down to $6. Okay. Initial drop was to $9. It kind of consolidated. You saw the fake out, bam, drop, and then boom.
Right? But this time we already had the fake out, and I already hit it both ways on the fake out for this fall down.
Yeah, but I think this time it's over.
It's over.
In my opinion, I
See,
could be wrong.
if that's the sentiment, then there's not going to be a whole lot of people that are longing it. There's going to be everybody shorting it.
Yeah.
And then you get a short squeeze.
If there's buyers that step in.
Yes, just counter the trend. The trend is not your friend. Right? What? Welcome to the congregation. Hit the organs, okay? Where the trend is not your friend, all right? If everyone is long, you go short, okay? If everyone's short, you go long, baby. Have some courage and faith in yourself, okay? You deserve to be rich. Buy that lottery ticket. Okay, set yourself up for a blessing, okay? Stop blocking your blessings and buy the lottery ticket. Right, I'm joking, of course, guy. I'm joking. Joking. Not my strategy. The Zen strategy is a slow growth strategy based on high probability. That, my friends, is not high probability, but it is high risk, high reward. Hey, if it fits your style, all right?
Oh my God, look at that.
All right. What's going on? What's going on in these charts, man? Is BTC starting to get a move?
Almost got a perfect tap on that SWI. Remember where I was eyeing this level here?
Yeah.
On SWI.
You see, getting bullish
Maybe a little bit
here.
of a bull flag, yeah.
Are we gonna rotate the top of the range? Is it time to long XLM?
Long XLM.
Yeah, remember that was at 30 minute. It was so beat down. Let's look at it again, man. Is it a crazy idea?
I mean, it's just been going sideways with SWI.
XLM 30 minute. How you looking? 30 minute. You're so beat up. 15 minutes. There's no action. There's no movement. Do you want movement?
It's consolidating.
Bearishly consolidating. Yeah, I'm not forcing that trade, man. You gotta move or something, XLM. Like, you gotta show me a pulse. Where's the pulse? There's no pulse. No thanks. What trades are you guys in, and what looks good right now? What looks juicy? Is there a Solana long cooking, or do we just wait? Do we just patiently wait for the short, right, and just trade something else?
I was looking at Eigenlayer. Trying to find something here.
Jay Clapton says, JP, why not run a poll to see how much experience viewers have? Will help knowing how to help them with your setups. Just a thought. No, I like that. And I've asked people before, like, what's your experience level, like, from 1 to 10. In fact, let's do that right now. Just a quick temperature check for the skill level. Guys, what is your skill level? 1 being complete noob, like you never traded. 10 being an absolute expert. You do this for a living. Between 1 to 10, what is your skill level here in the chat? Go ahead and put a number in the chat between 1 to 10 for your skill level. All right, talk to me.
Lab's having a crazy bounce.
Crazy. I think I'm somewhere like around an 8. I think I'm an 8. I'm a high 8. Like, I think I'm pretty skilled, experienced. But I don't know everything in the damn world, right? There's always room for improvement. Okay, I will say I'm about an 8.
I'm gonna do a poll because maybe some people don't want to throw their
Yeah. All right. What I like to do is both. What I call it is I call this an exit poll, like how like in actual elections they ask you outside the polls, oh, how are you feeling about the economy? Who makes you feel better about this? The exit polls give immediate data, and then you have the actual poll, that decides the election. So give me your skill level in the chat.
Jay Stratham said -10.
-10 is crazy, right? He said I've been clapped and clapped again. Oh man. Suki 7. Okay, I like it.
-8.
We got a 10 out there. Okay. I'm somewhere around an 8, maybe even a 7. Humble yourself. I'm an 8.
What about you, God King? Where do you place yourself?
Probably a 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say 5.
5? Seriously?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get way too risky for no reason.
For me, is I don't put enough time into the chart, and a lot of it is I don't have the time.
Yeah.
You know my situation.
Yeah.
So, and who knows if I were to put more time. Also, from a mentality standpoint, I still there's times where I get FOMO, or I'll revenge trade and I'll blow part of my account. And so for that reason, I think I'm a 5. I mean, when I can sit there and objectively look at something and I have the time to like look at a chart and sit in front of my computer for 2, 3 hours, 4 hours and really focus, then I can put in some pretty good trades, man. I made some really good trades. When I was trading options back in the day, you know, I no kids, wasn't married, you know, I had a pretty chill job. I was making good money. And I just sat there for hours, bro, in the morning at 6 a.m. I sat there for hours and I made good money. But there's just, it's too hectic for me to do that. I mean, eventually, you know, the goal is to get there, but there's just a lot of shit happening. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm an amazing trader.
Yeah.
You know, I'm pretty good, but a lot of it is I just got to put more time in front of a chart if I'm just being 100% upfront with myself. So
Love it.
where would we rank Rob now that he's not here to defend himself?
Damn. Somewhere around that 5 area, maybe 4. Number 4. Damn.
Yeah.
That's tough.
4.
Put him at a 4.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that 4 area.
Yeah.
Maybe 3. I'm kidding. Let's stop the digs. Stop the digs. He's not here. He can't defend himself.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Laura says 2.5.
Damn.
No, I'm kidding.
And why are you trying to throw her under the bus, bro? That's messed up, dude.
6-7.
Had to get her involved somehow.
By throwing her under the bus?
True. We do want her involved more.
Must be nice.
Do you want to be involved more, Laura? You do? She wants to be involved.
She does?
You want
Okay,
a
Laura,
female
what do you
voice.
think about this inverse head and shoulders here on Eigenlayer?
There you go. Turn her mic on.
No, seriously, what do you think about this inverse head and shoulders on Eigenlayer?
You trying to put her on the spot, man?
I'm trying to talk to you.
Oh, you're talking to me. You talking to her. I'm like, okay, you really trying to put it to the test.
Yeah, Laura, do some TA.
Let's see how much you've learned in the last 3 months watching. No, but
seriously, nice.
coming off a big spill off, man.
Okay.
Big spill off. It's a 6-hour inverse head and shoulder. Let's look at momentum. Stokes curving up. Momentum expansion, VWAP expansion, money flow in the green dot, last candle session. Do we have the balls to front run? I don't know. We are at a volume POC though. I mean, this would have to be a much larger trade. This would be a swing trade for me, and I don't swing trade a lot. I scalp more. But this would be, let's see if the R&R is worth it. If we just hide our...
Bitcoin getting a bid. Feeling a little bit of FOMO. I feel like I want some of this Bitcoin actions. Let me hold.
You don't want to get on Lab?
Let me hold the frame.
Lab is seeing a big move.
Something I don't like about Lab, man. I don't personally like Lab. And I know I shouldn't have my emotions involved here at all.
Is it the website?
Maybe. I don't like Lab. I don't like Sin. I don't like Dexy.
You don't like Velvet?
They make me want to throw up in my mouth and then swallow it again.
That's disgusting.
Sorry.
You were eating a Nutri-Grain bar earlier, so that little chunky granola coming out.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Veto. But I'm looking all over the place, man. Looking at gold. I'm looking at everything.
What does the community want? So we're doing a poll. 46% of people said they're between a 1 and a 3.
Damn. We got a lot of beginners here. We got us like,
and that's okay, man. And
Yeah.
honestly, I think you found the perfect channel because a few things. Number one, I think you have hosts here that are really good at explaining things. You got a mix of kind of like more on the riskier side, you know, God King and Rob. Can't tell who's a little more willing to take more risk. You have more of the methodical kind of, you know, which is JP. And then you have me kind of like floating in the middle somewhere, right? I definitely take risks. I definitely, you know, so, and then also, everything we do is free. We don't charge for anything. We don't charge for our Discord. We do 14 shows a week, more than 14. We do 14, 15. No, we do about 13, 14 shows a week. Our Discord is free. We don't have paid courses. We are pretty active with the community. We're always, you know, looking at the chat, trying to answer questions. We have email set up to where you can email us questions. we do voice chat, or we do a TA in the voice channel on Discord. And so if you're a beginning trader, man, and you come across the right channel, if I'm shilling our channel here. And so to welcome, and it's okay to be a novice and new. I think you're taking the right step and trying to get ideas, but ultimately you want to take his ideas, my ideas, God King's ideas, Robin's ideas, and kind of form your own and what works for you, and start back testing some of those strategies. Play around with indicators, find what works for you. You see what JP's been doing over the last week or so. He looks for charts that are beat down, is there bull div, and he longs them. Mine is more on I guess moving averages and patterns, right? I think his is more be patient, but more high probability. Mine is more maybe better entry, but also more, not 50-50, but more like 60-40. His are probably more 75-25, that it goes his way versus not. And so feel what you're kind of like, where you land. And if like my style is, what you vibe with, great. If JP's style is what you vibe with, great. But ultimately turn it into your own style. And if you do it long enough and you stick with it, you're going to take the L's. You're going to take you're going to get clapped. Okay. You're going to lose some money, but that's okay. Think of it like people will blindly spend thousands, tens of thousands of dollars going to school, getting a degree and never using that degree, but they're afraid to spend $1,000, set up a trading account, $100 if you lose it, $100 if you lose it, and kind of sharpening your trading knife. People will refuse to do that, but will spend 10, 20, 50 grand on a degree they'll never use. So if you look at it that way, I think it opens up your kind of the possibilities and your view of trading and what it can really do for you. I'm not a full-time trader. JP is, and he can tell you how it's affected and changed his life. I'm not going to speak on that, but yeah, I know we should have played the organs. That was like a sermon there.
Seriously. Amen to that.
Do you want to maybe take like a minute or two, bro, and tell people how trading kind of changed your life, man? And if there was,
man, that's deep.
Yeah, man, because I see, when I see 1 to 3, almost half of the people in here are a 1 to 3 trading level, man. I think people will vibe with that, man.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll connect with someone that's watching that was maybe doubting themselves.
Yeah.
Or on the fence. So yeah, do you want to maybe take a couple minutes, JP, and talk about how trading kind of changed your life, and if there was an inflection point?
Absolutely, man. I mean, moving from just like casual trader to like, real like pro trader is not an easy step, man. It shouldn't be taken lightly, and you shouldn't do it with pressure is what I feel. This is just my opinion. You shouldn't just immediately quit your job and just say, hey, I'm a trader now and I have to survive. I mean, could that work? Get rich or die trying method? Sure, it could work, but I would say be careful, man. Don't be quick to quit your job. This trading does not require a lot of time, believe it or not. You can go into the charts and just, get a top-down analysis or watch the show, get an idea, get a swing trade going or get a bigger trade going and still do your other business, right? Still go to work. You can still have other hobbies. You can still do other things. Trading doesn't have to be everything. I would just be cautious with, just immediately wanting to become a pro trader too fast, okay? Because it is dangerous, okay? Demo trading is important, I believe, at first, but you do got to start risking some money. You will lose. People are not comfortable with the fact that they will lose. You will blow up accounts. You will learn lessons. You mentioned that people pay money to go to school to learn a skill. Well, here in trading, you pay money to the market makers to learn a skill. Okay, yeah. You will pay the market makers. You will lose. It comes down to your character. To me, it takes a lot of character and what you do in the face of of difficulty, right? How do you respond in difficult situations? Ask yourself that right now. How do you respond? Is the glass half empty or half full? What happens when excuse my French, cover your kids' ears, but when shit hit the fan, what do you do? How do you react? When you're in when you're riding in a freaking a bus, a shuttle bus across the country, and the engine blows in the middle of the desert, how do you respond? And you have no money left. How do you respond? Do you call back home to mommy? And do you ask for a flight back home, or do you start over and build yourself from the ground up? That's the kind of mentality I'm talking about with trading, guys. You have to be comfortable with getting beat down, okay? Getting beat down and learning from your mistakes and learn from the mistakes of others. Amen. All right. Amen. Learn from others' mistakes. Learn from my mistakes. Learn from Dave's mistakes. All of our mistakes. We make our mistakes transparent here. Okay. And oftentimes those mistakes are over leveraging, oversizing, over trading, over anything. Okay. Doing anything overly. You know, trading to me is it's a long game. It's a slow game. Okay. It's a boring game. All right. If you like boringness, okay. If you like slow money, trading is it. Okay. But it's all mentality to me, man. It's all mentality, you know, learning those lessons either from yourself, right? Learn it from yourself or learn it from others. Okay. But I think it's almost impossible. You gotta take some L's to yourself, guys, to learn. But I'll say this. Once you finally do learn and have a skill set here, an actual skill set, because trading is a skill set, just like plumbing is to me, just like skilled trades, electricians, skilled laborers, whatever, painters, name the trade. You know, trading is a trade, okay? So it's a skill, and once you learn it, it is one of the most rewarding skills there is, okay? You can trade from anywhere in the world. I could trade from home. I can get in my RV and go across the country and trade in anywhere. I have Starlink. I could be anywhere in the world and be my own boss. It is an amazing feeling. It is freedom. Trading, a successful trading is freedom. Who wants freedom? Forget being rich, man. Freedom, right?
Time is more valuable than money.
Exactly. What do you value, man? Trading allows you to spend more time doing the things you value. But it's a hard and a rough journey. And I'll say this, guys, I'm here to do the journey with you. Okay, I'm here for you. We have the soul therapy in the Discord. You know, are you going through anything personal? Talk to me. We have the community TA, right? Learn from others, right? Each one teach one. Let's put the link for the Discord in the chat right now for anybody who needs help learning anything and need some guidance. I'll give you that free Discord. But I don't know, man. It's a life-changing journey, man. It's a life-changing journey. It's been over a 2-year journey for me, going on 3 years, just trading, even before coming to the show. And, I don't know, man. I've learned a lot. It took me a long time, and I've lost a lot. But, at the time, you get a strategy. You get a strategy, and you stick with it. Okay, you stick with it, and you just got to be zen, man. Laura, make it zen. Make it zen. We got a new member. Welcome, a Jackpot Killer. Killer?
Jackpot Killer.
You are now a member of the congregation. Welcome to the congregation. Make it zen. I want to make it zen. That's right. Lift the spirits in here, okay? I don't care if you're bullish or if you're bearish. We're all monkish in a way, okay? We all want to make money in this market, and we want to keep as much money. And we have to remember that keeping our money, holding on to our capital is more important than making capital, okay? Protect the purse. Protect the Birkin at all costs, okay? The number one rule here, protect the Birkin, protect the bag. All right. Where are we, man? Where are we?
The last thing I'll say is JP could very easily just not come in tomorrow, the next day, and just say, you know what, man, I'm just going to trade from home. Why am I streaming for 4 hours? Why am I coming in for 3 hours? Why am I spending 7 hours a day trading and kind of live in front of people when I could just do it myself and making the money? So it's more than just about making money. That's what I want to say. And so shout out to you, JP, for putting the time in and helping people. And so I know a lot of people appreciate it, as do I and all of us here. So yeah. Okay. I was very surprised. I thought we'd get more 4 to 6s, man. Usually the polls land right in the smack dab in the middle.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, we love you guys. We thank you for your support. I paused the ads. Oh, the worst is when you're like in the middle of you talking to the community and an ad pops up. Bad news bears. Let's look at the crypto bubbles on the 1 hour here. Pretty flat for the most part. Beat up 3.1%, but I'm sure that'll get vetoed. Sky, which is previously MakerDAO, that is up 1.2%. And then we have a few that are down. Injective down 1%. ETHFi down 2%. Meme Core down. Another one that's highly manipulated, down 2.1%. ETHFi down 2%. Let's see how that looks. ETHFi. Also, I am keeping my eye out on a potential eigenlayer long here, man. This would be a man. Do we make this a much bigger trade and just rotate it to the top here at around 31.5 cents? That would give us a 5.3 to 1. Below the head would give a no. We can't do that. We can go below the wick of the right shoulder here, 3.6 to 1. Anyways, I'm keeping an eye on a potential eigenlayer long. This is a 6 hour. It would be a swing trade. But I want to see a neckline break first. I want to see a neckline break with volume. Heikinashi. Okay, this is interesting. Heikinashi says if this candle closes the way it is, you go on the next one. And so we'll keep our eye out. So in about 5.5 hours, so you'll actually be live, JP, for this. So maybe if you want to come back to this chart and look at it, I'm going to come back to the chart, but this might be a nice long setup here for the community watching. Let's take at the 1 hour. What's up?
No, just say nice.
Yeah.
I'll take you out.
1 hour RSI. Let's take a peek. Jesus. Top 100, 1 hour. What do we see? Are we seeing any tails up or any tails down? ETHFI is tailing down, right? We saw it was down. Let's take a look at ETHFI. Let me just duplicate a tab here because I want to keep the rest open. ETHFI USDT. Give me Bybit. Okay, ETHFI 4 hour looks like a bear flag off of a pretty big dump. Look how pinned to the floor the Stokes have been. VWAP wanting to come up though, very interesting. Are we going to get a little leg up, or is this going to be a little bit of a U-turn here and more expansion to the downside? Money flow is in the green. Could we get a push up here on ETHFI? Here's your 2 hour. Yeah, this is a flag if I've seen one, man. This is it's looking like more of a pennant here. Catching some support at the 100 MA there. VWAP. Ooh, money flow and VWAP might cross below our zero line at the same time. So dual cross, and there is that red dot on the 1 hour showing up finally. Man, let's make sure there's no bull div. There was bull div. Yeah, there's definitely bull div here on ETHFI. So some conflicting data here on ETHFI, at least on the the medium time frames. Let's see the 6 hour. Let's see what the 6 hour tells us. 6 hour tells us coming off a bear dip. It looks like that already kind of played out. Potential for, if we get a reversal here, we could get a little bit of a green dot there on the 6 hour. 8 hour, and then I want to look at the daily. There's that red dot on the daily. Money flow and VWAP below zero. What would this trade look like for a short? So you tap that 100 MA, topside wick. We don't even have enough historical price action to find a bottom here, man. This would be like all-time low territory here. So I'm curious, if you run into situations like this, where do you drag your stuff? Where do you drag your TP to? There's no historical data telling us that the price has been lower than where it is now, or excuse me, lower than where we have the low here.
Well, you could move the bear flag, I guess. That's what you could do. That's a big pull, though. I mean, depending on how you do it, right? That's a big pull. I would draw out the bear flag to get the measure move of the pull, see how low it can go.
From here?
No, I mean, from the other time frame you're on.
From the daily?
Yeah, if you want to call that a bear flag. You see what I'm saying? Like that small piece right there?
From here to here?
That's the pull. Yeah, that's the pull of the flag. Yep. And then you have the flag itself. Yep. There you go.
5 to 1. Man, that would bring it down to 6 pennies, bro. That would be a massive dump.
It could happen.
I don't know. I'd rather wait for the 4 hour bear flag to play out and take a smaller move and have a tighter stop loss. On this one. And it could be rolling over right now. If you look at the 1 hour, I think the 1 hour is pretty clean. If you look at the 1 hour, this thing could be rolling over right now. We'll see if it catches some support here. You got the 200 MA sitting right there, but it's also a big volume gap as well. So I'm eyeing a short on this one. So eyeing along on Eigenlayer, eyeing a short on ETHFI. The daily and the 1 hour and really the 4 hour, they look bearish as hell. And so could we see continuation to the downside? I think we can. And so I'll be looking for a short on ETHFI. And I'd love to get a bearish retest to enter here at around 3883, which is where we are right now. I'm just not willing to front run this thing because we could see a big pop, man. We could see a big pop, but that 1 hour looks pretty bearish. Who knows? I might come back to this before the show's over and just do the trade alert.
Yeah.
Let's check in on Morpho. Oh, Morpho playing out. Okay. Looks like the head and shoulders playing out on Morpho on the 15-minute. Up 18% on this one. And then we made money on the Bitcoin trade. And then SWE, can we get another retest of the 21? The 21's starting to curl over or curl up, which is great. But, you trade SWE a lot. I don't really trade SWE.
Yeah.
Is if we come back and retest that 21 on the 30-minute on SWE, are you checking back on Bitcoin before you get into a trade?
Yes. Absolutely. SWE very dependent on Bitcoin.
Okay.
And it reacts very emotionally. I am considering a long trade on oil here. We've been pretty successful at trading oil as of lately. 5 minute is very extended around the bottom with a bull div. I always like that bullish divergence with a breakout candle here. Look at this candle here coming up to test the trend. 200 MA is confluence for support. Green dot on market cipher B. Yes, high Stokes, but that's normal. You got the high Stokes because of the bull div. It's good high Stokes. Money flow red, but I don't know, man. It's because of that trend there. I'm willing to take a potential scalp here on oil. Let me just zoom out a bit, make sure there's nothing I'm not seeing. Like, for example, is there bigger time frame bear div here that I'm not seeing? I don't see it right there. 30-minute time frame. Okay, there's some right there. There's 30-minute bear div. But also, some will call it hidden bull. Money flow very green. Money flow very green there. 4 hour house. Yeah, not with that 4 hour looking like that. Are you kidding me?
That's terrible.
That looks bearish. That's why you zoom out, right? You zoom out. The 5 minute looks like it could get a bounce there. Everything's all sweet, and it could get the bounce. Everything all sweet, but based on that 4 hour, there's no way I can responsibly take that that scalp. So never mind. Never mind. I'm not gonna trade oil bullishly. Not with the 4 hour looking like that. Okay. Red candle, that's a liquidity grab right there. Red dot on market cipher B, high Stokes, high RSI. No, thank you.
What about taking a short?
Maybe a 4 hour short. So let's see. Looking at the 5 minute, would losing the 200 MA on the 5 minute be confirmation for the short on the 4 hour? Maybe let that thing dump, put a stop loss above the 21 and just take it on down. Possibly. But just be aware that this could still get a pop. All these time frames influence each other one way or another, but they also independently have their own cycles. So, both can play out. We have to be careful. Let me just look at like a 12 hour randomly here. What does a 12 hour look like? And getting a bit overbought there. Red candle inbound.
Look at that volume gap too. Huh?
VWAP on the up and up though. Momentum on the up and up. Look at the volume. Heavy red volume there, but increased volume. Interesting. And then the actual volume gap. Yeah, big volume gap there that could bring it price down. There's a volume gap. There's a gap between, where people paid for this asset here, oil. There's 70,000, 63 is where it will fall to if we fall to the gap. But interesting. Get back to BTC. What's happening? There's a double top on BTC at resistance on the 1 minute time frame. No, 5 minutes. Sorry, the 5 minute time frame. That's a double top on BTC. It looks a bit bearish. The 1 minute still above the 200 somehow, but you can still see that double top. Double top action. Is Solana dumping? Solana's, kind of just barely hanging on the support, but kind of dumping on the 5 minute. Yeah, I stay in no trade right now. No trade for me at the moment, but I am scanning the sectors. All right, I'm scanning the sectors and looking for potential trades in everything.
My guy is sector scanning right now, man.
Sector scan activated.
Where's the casino at? Back there. He's not back there. We lost
We lost them.
Wait.
Whoa.
We got Laura. Laura should know what button to press. Or he should have the, if not Laura, there it is.
The casino. Pull to the downside after the double top and after the bullish condition. What do you mean, casino? You said bullish condition.
Funny, we were talking about how accurate
it's been, right? And it could still be, be careful. But at the same time, man, never 100% trust any one indicator, right?
Amen.
Not even the casino. Amen. But after bullish condition, pull to the downside, head into that very small. Look how small the demand zone is. They adjust the size of these zones. I'm assuming based on the, how much demand actually is there. But very small demand zone at the bottom of the range and a huge supply zone above us. How does that match up on trading different? Let's take a look here at liquidity for BTC. Is this the right chart? No, that is Stellar Lumens. Take a look at BTC, 5 minute. Zoom out, my friends. Zoom out. All right, there we go. This is what we're dealing with. We're closer to the downside, but the top side is more concentrated in proximity. But when you zoom out, that bottom side somewhere around 57,000 is very hot. That's the major liquidity down low, but the closest liquidity is around 61,300 to the downside, and to the upside 64,700. Now, how does that line up with the casino? Like, why did they make the supply zone so heavy to the upside? Let's see if I can zoom in here. Maybe the only thing I could think of is that they just looking at such a tight range, that 5 minutes, such a tight range that they see in this liquidity to the upside being a supply zone. Interesting. Very interesting.
Lauren said, guys, lab, I think long run. I'm not touching that. And then AKTV said perpetual protocol. I remember that coin. And I decided to pull it up on the daily. Look at this. Look at all these wicks. This is on the daily, bro. Look at that wick. Look at that wick. Look at that wick.
Daily. Lots of wicks.
And then here you have right now a wick right at the volume level here, big volume level. I was going down the different time frames as JP was showing the liquidity. I don't see anything here that I'm like, oh yeah, there's an edge there. Let me go ahead and put in a trade in. I personally wouldn't feel comfortable trading this one. If anything, I'd be looking for maybe a short, but this thing's running and where? To brush up on what the hell this thing is. Perpetuals protocol. It's number 1600. Oh my God, it's got a volume. It's got a market cap of 1.5 million.
Damn.
Infinite liquidity for finite events. Yeah, okay. Oh, did they make a pivot to prediction markets? That's probably why. Yeah, first leverage predictions market. Yeah, I wouldn't touch this thing.
Don't touch it.
And the other thing, I had pulled up yesterday that I didn't get to was this. I do like to look at fundamental analysis from time to time, and so we go to leaderboard here on Token Terminal. Let's take a look at which projects have the highest revenue, daily active users. So DYDX 7-day revenue is up 556%, followed by GMX. Near Protocol is ranked number 6. Pancake Swap is ranked number 9 with a 47% increase over the last 7 days. And then earnings are kind of in line. Pancake Swap, number 4 on earnings, up 50%. And then daily active users, Robinhood getting a big bid because Robinhood chain went live. It's their own chain, and so there was a meme coin that went wild. I think it's called Cash Cat or Cat Cash or some shit like that. And so a lot of people, and some people pointed to the Solana chart. We saw that the Solana chart had a big spill off. Are people moving liquidity over from Solana to Robinhood? I saw a lot of stuff on X saying, how do I bridge over from Solana or really from anything to the Robinhood chain? People go where the money is. And then this is interesting as well. Token holders, weekly movers, Lighter, CeeLo, how is that still around? But Lighter's an interesting one. Lit. There's a lot of hype around Lit. Do you want to take a look at a Lit chart? LIT.
I'll write it down for you, sure.
And then and I'll look at DYDX. But Perpetual's protocol. I mean, I wouldn't touch this thing. I mean, there's a lot of big wicks, man. This looks like I see wicks like that all the time. It's just, to me, it's just manipulation, and you're probably going to get cooked if you get into the trade.
Cooked.
Let's take a look at DYDX USDT on Bybit. And let me get rid of perpetuals. There we go. Same thing. Look at that. On the 1 hour. Here's the daily. Interesting daily candle here. We had a little bit of bull div on. How is that bull div? Oh, because equal. Okay. Anyways, RSI flashed a bull div signal. I really don't see it. Here comes VWAP attempting to cross above our zero line. That's on the daily. It hasn't crossed yet. Can we try to front run a green dot on a VWAP cross? VWAP is above there's a 12-hour. Here's a 21. 21 did get a bullish cross. What about, 22-hour? Green down in the 22-hour as well. So this thing looks like it might be ready to go, man. 10-hour looks good. VWAP expansion. Money flow has stayed in the green. Look at that engulfing candle coming in with some volume here. Stokes made a little bit of a U-turn. And then let's throw on still no solid green candle. Interesting. Okay. Here's your 8-hour coming off with some bull div. This looks like this might look like a long. 2-hour. 2-hour looks a little overheated. So does the 1 hour. I don't know, man. I'm kind of liking that daily candle though. Looks something like this, right? Where we came down, we consolidated, and then a big push up. And are we seeing that right now on the daily? Can we front run a green dot on the daily? This would be another swing trade. Oh man, that's juicy. That's a 5-to-1. That's a 5-to-1. Does David want to take a little bit of a risk? High time frames. You know what, man? I like this. I'm gonna call a trade alert on DYDX. Let me make sure it's available on. Should be available on DYDX. Yes. Okay. All right. I'm calling a trade alert. Roll the trade alert.
Attention. Trade inbound.
We are
Attention.
going long
Trade alert.
on DYDX. I like the daily setup. Could we get a better entry potentially? Sure. But we are close enough to a really nice stop loss. Let's just up our leverage so we use less of our margin. Let's go 50x leverage. TP is good, or stop loss, beautiful. Right below the super trend is about 11.54. We're going to copy price here. And man, we're gonna go up and get a triple top here. Let's copy price there. TP at around 20.2 cents. Let's hit last and let's see what this looks like. How about 174 to make 580? 174 to make 580. We can get a better entry right now. I like it. We're gonna open the long. And it's going to hit. Okay. All right. So there it is. And there it is. We entered the trade. We are in a DYDX long on the daily time frame. Entry is now. Stop loss is at 11.53 cents. TP is at 20 cents even for a, looks like a 3.5 to 1 trade setup. The original stop was here, which will give us almost a 5 to 1. But I like having it. I like that the super trend is right there. So we're going to put it right below the super trend. So we're going to let this thing cook. This is going to be a swing trade though. So I'm not saying I won't take profits early if I see, something change, but MACD, you see that yeah, I like this, man. This looks like it's ready to take off. So
nice.
There you go.
And I also have a trade alert too. Let's go ahead and run the trade alert.
Attention, trade inbound. Attention, trade alert. High probability setup found. Time to blindly follow JP.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger on XLM for the heavy, a bull, or div that's going on in a 30-minute time frame. Let me bring this up in BitUnix, our exchange of choice here. You see the bull div here on the way down. This is highly speculative and way riskier than the BTC trade earlier. This thing is beat down, but these are the kind of trades I like. I like when prices or trend is extended in one direction, and then once we start seeing the momentum shift, I believe the momentum and not the price. This should see price come up now. A great entry right now, sniper entry. I'm only risking about $20 to potentially make about $200 on this trade. This is a huge risk reward ratio, high risk trade right here. Let me go ahead and open that long and give you the numbers. Entries right around now for 0.1814 for XLM. Stop loss at 0.17977 and a TP all the way up here at just about 20 cents there, 0.20072. You could take it earlier at the 200 if you want. Risking very little. Okay, guys, this is what it's all about. And I'm risking less than I actually made on the other trade. So even if this is a loser, if this is a clapping, I'll still be a positive P&L for the day. So we'll see what happens with this. This may be dependent on BTC. BTC is attempting to breach the 200 MA on the 1 minute time frame again. Sorry, 5 minute time frame. It's attempting green money flow. Looks like it's trending down to potentially break up a little bit of a bull flag just below the moving averages, the resistance. Nothing confirmed yet. This could be bearish and roll over. Everything roll over. Go to the 1 minute time frame. Look at the 1 minute. Nice bounce there. You see the flag. The 1 minute is bullish. The 5 minute attempting to get bullish again by a breaking above that resistance and turning it into support. We'll see what happens to BTC and the rest of the market. All right, yeah, we're in a trade, baby. We're in a trade.
So what time frame was that on? The 30-minute?
30-minute time frame. And also there's some nice confluence on the 4 hour. Let me go to the 4 hour here. Look at the low Stokes green dot, but only in the bearish case, where's the support, man? This thing could come lower. It could come down to the 17 area, but this thing has been falling for some time.
Are you able to look at XLM liquidity?
That looks like a fib retracement at 786.
Yeah, exactly what I was about to do. Yeah, fib level. It looks like a fib level. Bring it from the very, very bottom to the very, very top, including the wicks for all the new people out there, okay? I use the wicks. Some people use the bodies. You can use both. Data analysis is subjective, but make sure you look at all or as many different angles of, subjection, if that's the right way to put it. Okay. Look at all angles of subjection, to make sure you see all angles here. But look, right around 786. I mean, but to be fair, this could go to the 786 and still stop me out because my stop loss is a bit tight right now, right? Very tight. But we're between a 618 and a 786. So this thing could bounce. It has a green dot right now. And green money flow still, even after that big spill off. That's impressive, I got to say. For the money flow to still be green, even after all of that.
Very true.
We'll see. But the super trend technically down, right? Down on the 4 hour. So what does that tell us? Like, what if we have a green dot and a red super trend? Is it the same thing as a red money flow? I'm assuming, because the trend is down, but now we have a green dot, so lower high inbound. I'm okay with a lower high. Lower high makes me money. That makes me money. But that was a head and shoulder that did bring it down. And I'm curious, what was the measured move on a head and shoulder? And why did it feel like it needed to go even lower? So there's the measured move, brought you down to about 0.1842. That was a measured move, and we went even lower. Why? Maybe to reach this level over here, this level of support. Maybe it goes lower. I don't know. This is a falling knife, okay? But hey, as a Zen master, I'm mastering the art of catching the falling knife, slowing things down in real time and with patience and careful analysis. All right, so yeah, riskier trade alert there. Please don't bet the farm. You see me betting $20, you know, just a portion of what I made earlier. Okay, so don't go crazy.
Yeah, this Morpho trade is looking good, man. So those of you that got into the Morpho trade, if you're happy with 58%, you know, I always tell people, if you're happy with your number, man, take your profit because you never know what can happen. But it looks like that that head and shoulders is playing out on the 15-minute time frame for Morpho. No, we got a pretty good entry, man. We didn't get the top, but it might be we're getting close to maybe deploying the anti-clapper here. The 1 minute looks very bearish. And so if we put our anti-clapper on now, we'll be above the 21, above the 200, above the super trend, above really everything. And so I want to do a poll. Should we make this, should we deploy the anti-clapper and make this a guaranteed risk-free trade? Put a 1 for yes, put a 2 for no. Please vote.
One.
So deploy the anti-clapper?
Immediately. This is the 1 minute time frame.
Yes, 1 minute. Let's look at the 5. I'm leaning towards letting this thing go, but I'm curious what the community thinks. Should we let it run? Or should we deploy the anti-clapper? Let's take a peek here. Someone said, who has the better win rate?
I don't know. But somebody said we should have like a fun game though. That would be fun, like put our win rates on a wall or something like that for the day or for the week or something like that. You know, kind of, you know, tick. You know, kind of just a check mark for each win, you know, kind of have a little battle there. That would be fun.
There is a way to make this LED wall touchscreen.
There is?
There is.
That's pretty cool.
And it's only $2,500.
Okay. Okay. And not bad compared to the price of the wall. Not bad.
Yeah, I know. You just put a little border that has laser shooting down, and then you can just touch it and draw things and all that fun stuff.
That'd be cool.
Jay Clapton said, if you're not losing much, you can let it cook a bit. D. Jenny said, what kind of question is that? Of course, make it a risk-free trade. Yeah. And then Permanent D-Gen said, Dave usually follows JP, but JP doesn't really jump on his, so it made me curious win-loss ratios. I don't know. I don't think it's me, though. I'll tell you what, I don't think I have the higher win rate, but I don't know. I guess we can compare the numbers.
We can keep track. We could for fun.
Someone said do a challenge 500 to 5K. We are doing that.
Yeah,
via copy trading.
Yeah, doing that right now. We're now $9 on the way.
Moving on up. Hey man, Rome wasn't built in a day, you know.
Yeah, account challenges, baby. That's right. $500 account. Let's see what we can do with it. And I have 2 other accounts now too. I have my scalper account and my Meso account. What can I do with a $1,000 account? You know, let's see what we could do. I got a $1,000 scalper account, $1,000 Meso, aka medium time frame account. See what we could do with those as well. All right, starting fresh. I like the idea of starting fresh, man. Sometimes when you have too much money in the account, you get a little reckless, man. You know, I got I can have the bigger position size. Yes, I can have the bigger stop loss. You know, I can go crazy here. No, you can't. Stop it. Can't go crazy.
Lab is starting to push.
Does anybody here actually risk like 1 to 2% of their account, like as recommended? Talk to me, folks. Let's have that conversation in the chat. And what about Lab?
I like how Gawking gives us updates on the trades he's in.
Yeah, right.
Lab is up.
Getting the push.
Yeah.
Shit.
No,
all right, man. That'll do it for the show today. I want to thank you all very much for tuning in. We appreciate all of you. If you want to support the channel, you enjoy the content, like the videos, watch the videos, subscribe to the channel. Also, trade with our ref link. We're trading on BitUnix. You see how we literally show you every day.
We should probably show them that thing. We haven't showed that all day.
What's the deposit bonus?
Yeah, the deposit bonus. Haven't mentioned it not once today.
Well, let's make it once today.
Let's make it once, man. On the way out, I'll bring it up in the Discord, which you should join as well. It is free, baby. Kind of like a premium Discord, but free. Right here in the pinned. There we go. Pinned messages. I love it. If you need a place to trade, we've been trading on BitUnix all day here today, making money. That's right, making money on BitUnix. This is the best exchange I've found in terms of interface, all right, and just ease of use. Deposit crypto, no VPN, no KYC necessary in the US of A. If you just transfer crypto in, here we go, $2,000 deposit gets you a $400 deposit bonus. That's 20%, my friends. 20% deposit bonus up to $2,000. All you have to do is use our referral link, which we'll put in the chat, and just trade once. Right, trade once, also complimentary. Upgrade to VIP 2, so you pay the less fees. There is the there's all the different amounts you could deposit and how much of a bonus you will get. And don't forget about the volume bonuses. All right, the volume bonuses are intense here. 30 million gets you $2,400 deposit bonus. Ba, 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 ba. Drop the confetti. What are you waiting for? Okay. What are you waiting for? Drop the confetti and bring back up the graphic. What are you waiting for? $2,400 for 30 million, $800 for $10 million in volume. Join a BitUnix today. And also, if you are on another exchange, okay? If you're on another exchange and let me take this away for a moment. Let me make sure I got in fact, I'll just write it in. JP at what is it? Sin City Podcast with an S. There's my email. I responded to all emails, by the way, guys. If you are on another exchange, okay, and you have a good situation going, you are a whale, all right, you have a VIP 5, VIP 6, you don't want to leave that good situation, email me. Go ahead and pause the video and get that email, JP at Sin City Podcast with an S.com. That's plural, all right. Get that email and send me an email. Show me your trading volume and screenshots, and we'll see what we could do to match it or make it better for you. All right, with that said, man, we love you. Be safe out here. Happy trading. I'll be on later. I'll be here for the daily candle close sometime around either look for the notifications in YouTube. But somewhere around 3:30 to 4 p.m., I'm usually live, definitely by 5, depending on what we're doing here. I kind of go live at different times, but always by 5 p.m. for sure for the daily candle close here in the West Coast, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for sure. I love you. I love your congregation. How are we feeling? You love anybody out here?
I love everyone out here, man.
Yes, love.
Also, I love it when we're making money. Someone said, thank you for DYDX. You're very welcome. Already up 66%, so...
labs up 800%.
Woo! The last minute update. I love it.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Until then, peace.